I'm saying we're not going to talk about it.
Oh. Oh, the only time I talked was in the cone of silence.
Oh, bullshit. Just saying, don't go out here bragging about what we got. That's what we're saying.
If we're going to keep the ship to ourselves, I understand that's a valid, logical thing. It doesn't mean that I don't, at some point in time, want to park this ship in her front yard and take a dump in her driveway. But in the
That can
meantime,
happen afterward.
it's fine. In the meantime, we'll go save the universe again for free.
That can be our first quest in our retirement arc.
You can't retire. There's still more hell to raise.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Victor's gonna take my character sheet and be like, "You're a spelljammer now." That's my character.
What the hell is a spelljammer?
A spelljammer is what the captain of the ship is called, who wields also an item called a spelljammer. That can take many forms. For us, it's taken the form of the Chair of Wisdom, but it's also been known to take the form of like a staff or like a ring or an amulet or like literally anything you can think of. And the spelljammer item is used to control a flying ship.
Okay.
There were a ton of spelljammers in second edition, and it was a whole setting, and it was a lot of fun. From what I've read, I've never actually played it. But in 3.5, the way the lore goes, the spelljammers have all pretty much either died or gone missing. There are probably 3 or 4 in total that could feasibly still be alive. But you know, as far as spelljammers go in the lore as it relates to our game, we're either the last of the old spelljammers or the first of the new spelljammers that will eventually come to 5th edition.
So we might be bad mamma jammas, spelljammas.
We are now. Although personally, I'd kind of prefer to think of us as the last of the old spelljammers, because of the timeline. 3.5 takes place 4 or 5 years after second edition, and 5th edition takes place another 100 years later. So, I don't know.
I didn't realize that the timelines were okay.
Right. We're pretty far into 3.5 right now. So you
Sorry?
could be the first of the new spelljammers.
Oh, okay.
I still feel like we're closer to second edition than 5th by a pretty wide margin. I mean, the spell plague would have only just started if we didn't stop it.
All right. Oh, I feel like I don't care. So,
I'm a nerd.
The important fun fact: you guys spent at least a full day hanging out on the island, and at some point, I'm going to theorize that one of you might have thought to yourselves, "Hey, we killed a bunch of bad guys. I wonder if they had any treasure."
I was about to address that, actually.
I feel like we would have had that thought over the course of a day.
Right, logically speaking, you would have. So here's the treasure that was on the remaining sorceress that you guys didn't go into.
Nice.
Yeah, the chief sorceress had a lot more, but she turned into a thing. So hard to get.
I warned her.
What's the dust of appearance?
It's when you dust it on people that you can see them. People use it basically to come down out of a high. If you're like way out on shrooms, you use dust of appearance to actually see what's going on.
Oh my God. I feel like we should give the ring of protection to the pixie. Just...
I'm
guessing
My rings are already full. And it's not bringing
Sorry.
my armor class from 16 to 19 is not going to save me.
You never know.
With Victor's monsters and him being like, "Oh, does a 45 hit?" Yeah, I feel like I do.
Wait, that's a +3 ring of protection?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Like you need more protection. Okay.
He does.
I always choose protection.
I'll take it. I'm just a tiny dryad with a bailing suit.
Yeah, LJ already has a
It
ring of
gives you
protection
extra
+3, so
protection, smart ass. Oh my god.
I mean, I feel like the people who get hit the most could have an argument for wanting the ring of protection.
Great, I'll take it.
I'm going to argue that I'm made from wood, and therefore my wood needs more protection than the rest of you.
How about you take the cloak of protection and cover your nakedness, mister?
Oh, do we have a cloak of protection?
We do, it's
There's a
right
cloak?
there.
If nobody
Yes.
wants it, I'll take it.
Yes, please.
Wait,
Better than the cloak I have on right now, which does nothing but cover my nakedness.
Yeah, your bikini is disturbing.
What is
I'm interested in the jar of Kligo. How do you say it?
Oh, we have Kyotom's ointment? There's Kyotom's ointment?
I'm gonna grab that
Yeah,
because it
that's
seems
that's
like
something we got from
That's
Tim.
good
I wonder
stuff.
where they got it.
Good. I have 1 dose left. Maybe 2.
You have one what left?
I have 1 or 2 doses of Kyotom's ointment left from
okay.
very early in the campaign.
I have
um,
none, and I would love to have that.
I also have one.
I will take either the ring of protection or the cloak of protection. I would prefer the ring, but if no one wants the cloak, I'll certainly take that.
Okay, what's your
Well,
armor
Ben
class?
apparently grabbed the cloak.
I mean,
Oh.
I will take the cloak if no one needs it. If someone really needs it, I will give it up. But that would be perfect to go along with my armor.
I'm
what are y'all's
grabbing the
armor
jar of
classes?
ointment. I do the healing for you guys anyway, so I don't know why anybody's complaining about that.
Go for it.
Thank you.
I would like one of the packets of dust of appearance because I work kind of as a vehicle for support in any manner that happens, and that would be one good thing that I could use. But somebody else should have the other one so we have more than one person with it. Because this last battle, we could have used that shit really well.
Yeah, maybe
Happy to take that.
yeah, either Caroline or maybe Carrick.
I'm happy to take it because I will be very responsible and look after you guys like I've been doing.
The dust of appearance lets you see invisible people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Doesn't your eye already allow you to do that?
Yes, it does, but I'm assuming I'd be holding it for one of you guys.
Specifically, the dust of appearance turns invisible people visible.
And since she could see them, she could pelt them. Actually, you take both, please.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
so the
because
dust of
then I can
appearance
go,
works for
"Look!"
everybody.
Look over there.
Yeah, she can peg the fuckers because she could see them, and then we all get to see them. So it's like sharing and caring.
And I will do that, as you well know.
Oh, and
Okay.
you could probably mix it in with some secondary explosive so that you can actually shoot it.
Oh. I love when you give me ideas.
Yeah,
Thank you, Brandon.
no problem. You can turn it into a ranged weapon with significant distance.
Well, that'll work well with some of my new ideas.
Yeah, we need to get her a T-shirt or beer can.
What is it? What would it say?
No, just to put those packets in.
Maybe I need a T-shirt that says "Explosive Healing from Afar."
There you go. We'll go with that. All right. So you fly me to the moon. You fly the Arcadia down to the. I mean, I'm torn between calling it the Ice Mountain and the Lonely Mountain, but we're going to call it the Lonely Ice Mountain.
I do send him ascending first to let him know I'm coming.
Okay.
Let him know you're coming in a slaver ship so he won't shit himself and attack us.
Yeah. It's a slaver ship that says freedom on it.
How
Okay.
bohemian.
You guys get near the mountains, like basically you're maybe about a couple of leagues above it, and a huge white dragon skeleton flies up um, to greet you. Ice is basically flies up in front of your ship and says, "Okay, honestly, I thought you were joking."
Yeah.
No jokes around here.
And
Could have
also,
been.
I was wondering, I thought this might be the actual slavers because it's been a while since I've had lunch.
Sorry to disappoint.
I am
That's okay.
so glad we let him know we were coming.
Yeah.
Um, not that I would have eaten the slavers. Usually they provide lunch. They give us slaves. It's like it's a trade. He professes some serious curiosity based on the fact that he has not seen a ship flying down, especially a Yogi ship flying down, in several hundred years. So he asks, basically, where did you get it, and how the hell did you get this thing to fly so high? Because as far as he can tell, you're flying into wild space. You're coming from wild space.
Well, there was the helm of the ship on some magic isolated island far into the sea. And we went there and faced there were multiple factions. There were Yuan-Ti that we were directly fighting. There was a faction of half dragons and some orcs and more of those horrible abominations that I was telling you about the last time we spoke. Um, and it was all sort of a free-for-all to see who could get it. And well, we saw the ship and decided that was our ship. And we did a pretty good job convincing everybody that was the truth.
The Draco Lich chuckles.
Did a pretty good job of convincing people that what we were saying was the truth. I like that.
You did good at convincing in the underrealms, so I can imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Dumb people are
persuasive.
very easy to persuade.
Well, maybe we have permission to land at your home. We want to go to Cabot Pool for supplies, but are a little bit skittish of showing our hand perhaps a bit too early.
He says you couldn't possibly land it on the top of the mountain, and you don't want, if you're trying to not attract attention, you don't want to go on the east side because that's where the dwarves live. There's a prominence on the west side of the mountain, still high enough that it's covered by most clouds. You can put your ship down there. He guides you down.
All right.
It's fairly difficult to spot unless you're above the ship. Oh, well then, we have a guest. Ladies and germs, welcome back,
Joel!
Froderick Shadowwood.
Holy crap! Welcome back.
Hey, Joel.
Hey, the bitch is back.
Hey, good to see you.
It's really
Hey,
good to
man.
see you.
Very good to see you all as well. I am in Charleston, South Carolina right now. And a bit of a surprise to Victor. Sorry, no, I'm not. Who am I bullshitting? How the hell you all doing?
Pretty good.
We're doing pretty good. We're spell jamming now. We're spell jammers.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of the summation. You've got a ship.
You have missed
Excellent.
far too much.
Really have.
I know, but unfortunately it was necessary for y'all's protection and my sanity, so
We're just
You had to
glad you're
you
back.
yeah. You got to take care of yourself and you got to save the world sometimes.
Absolutely.
just like you all have been doing. I understand you all have been kicking ass
Yeah.
and taking gains. So
We've been
We
doing
have some-
something.
We have some pretty sick ill-gotten gains.
Oh yeah.
good. Make up for burning down that tavern, I hope.
Ah,
Oh, let's not get on about who burned down who.
Are you? Yeah. Are
It's
we
ironic
making
that
some
you should
more?
mention that, considering somebody's still really bent out of shape about that.
yeah, we're
There's not
still
Still-
only one
Riot over
policies
there.
too, you're just more subtle about it.
yeah we're still unhappy about all that.
The party is
Feeling-
quietly mutually seething.
So
Feeling
have
weak.
you all had a little bit of moral reflection over certain things?
No.
I
What?
don't think any
No.
morals were hit.
Are you high?
Good. You guys have no illusion of being heroes. Okay, good.
You've been gone far too long.
Yeah.
Chaotic neutral means you don't have to care if you don't feel like it.
Oh God.
No, we're definitely heroes.
the
We're the
rose
people.
the rose tinted memory of Joel now imagines the party can actually see their error of the rays and get better.
I
just
did
gonna
get
s-
a little bit of perspective about things.
But like an awful ex-boyfriend, it just never winds up happening.
Ooh. I'm just saying it's been enough of a challenge keeping this herd of cats together.
I was actually about to ask Caroline, how hard of a time have you had keeping them in line? And I was counting on you. I still am. So
Well, thank
I
you.
do as well.
I think it's gone really well considering we've only had a few deaths. Obviously, everybody brought back, but
Right.
overall, I think we've done pretty well. I won't say we've done anything on the moral high ground, but we're freaking alive and we've achieved goals. So we'll
Oh,
just
I've got one. We've freed a bunch of slaves
You wait, when?
wait.
when we stole the ship.
We turned away from slavery. It's now
Hey!
a ship of freedom.
interesting.
Yes,
To be
That's creative
specific, all the
interpretation.
slaves that you freed are dead.
Not all of them.
Oh my
No,
God.
yeah, all of them.
No.
Which ones lived?
The two who
Oh,
are on our crew.
The two, right? The two. There were two slaves that lived, and they're on your crew now. Yes.
Yeah, I
They're
was
voluntarily-
all
also,
the
They're
slaves.
voluntarily on our crew.
They're
the
paid
caverns,
employees. They're no
what
longer
was it?
working for free.
all those slaves or the prisoners we tried to free or something like that, and it's like we have about like a 90% mortality rate of people we save or
I
something.
think it was more like 99.
99. Yeah,
It's the odd angry one that survives somehow. Usually it's a higher
Yeah.
level drow.
Victor, you seriously, like in another dungeon, it's like we open up a jail cell and it's like, hey, we freed you, come with us, and they're like, you're that group, right? Oh no, no, we're good, Just close
Shut the
fucking
door. Shut the door. Shut the
Shut the
door.
door. Just tell the lich we're happy here where we are. Fuck it.
They begged the thief
All
to
right.
lock the door again so that it doesn't
You
look like they were
fucking-
free.
You didn't fucking see us.
Thank you so much for your offer.
We simply
this is
must
actually us checking
refuse.
into a bed and breakfast.
You're too
All the
kind. You're
slaves are
too
sitting there
kind.
like prisoners are going, read between the lines, okay?
Oh God, it's not untrue. Oh God. Okay.
That is a horrible part. It is actually quite
There's a
true.
little
But we
bit more
did-
close to home.
Well, we did a good thing this time. We did a good thing.
Okay, if you say so.
We certainly
Oh
tried.
boy.
I mean, and to Brandon's credit, I mean, your party did not kill this. Well, okay, your party. Let me do a math real quick. Your party only killed the slaves that were trying to attack them. The other 20 slaves that died because the Niyogi pushed them off the ship into fight the Ziggaglack, which is basically a death sentence. So yeah,
And we
so
were
it was not entirely your fault that
we
the
were actually
majority of
trying to
slaves
save them. We were trying to save them, but those darn Yuan Ti sorceresses got in our way and stopped us.
Oh, and by
So
the
really,
way,
it's their fault that they died.
You've missed the new weaponry I've come up with, by the way.
Oh yes.
Victor, you're dangerously close to enabling this group here at times, but whatever. But you do lay down the law when it needs to be laid. So, goodness gracious, oh, I've missed you guys.
Oh, missed you too.
We've missed you too.
Likewise. I mean, what's a squad without its support weapon?
Yeah.
The sound of the lonely and ripping brings fond memories. We've missed it.
Arrows
I
in
can-
people's butts.
I can still hear the machine gun if I close my eyes.
Oh, it's like homecoming in a weird way. I love it.
Now the prodigal Noel returns. Yeah.
Ugh, very
So
good.
will you be-
Anyway, so what were you all accomplishing or doing before I burst in on the scene and party crashed, literally?
We're actually getting supplies.
Yeah, we're planning for a voyage.
We're bringing our spaceship to a Draco Lich as a gift.
No, we're not.
No, Ice is our friend.
Okay, you say so.
Oh, ice.
Yeah.
Oh, we're hanging with ice. Okay.
Yeah, we're hanging out with Ice. And some of the party is gonna go down into Cabot Pool, to get like food and supplies for the journey. And then we're gonna go into space and presumably do the things that we need to do.
Just don't tell Ice
Okay,
it's
we're
powered
going
by a
shopping.
steam.
We don't
That
really
sounds
tell
fun.
him anything about the ship per se. We're just parking it on the mountain, and he just told us the perfect place to park it, so we weren't bothered. So obviously, it was a good idea.
Yeah, Ice is literally our friend.
You're
Okay, well,
extremely
good to hear.
paranoid.
I am
Well,
glad.
okay.
Just so
You're
you know,
friend
I
based on
wanted
the
to park
fact
in the
that you-
backyard of that lady that upset us in Cabot Pool, but nobody else wanted to do that.
Yeah, he's your friend based on the fact that you freed him from the clutches of the necromonger who created him, and then when he was killed by Neo-Um, and Neo-Um was chasing down his parapt that held his soul, you guys took the parapt, and Lev kept it until he grew outside of the parapt and was able to wander around and be in full form again. And by the way, this is the ship that you guys have. John
Ladies and
wanted me to
gentlemen,
show it to you, Joel.
Another slave freed.
Technically, yes.
Okay, so we got a spider ship.
Yes, we do.
Cool. Does it have weaponry on it?
Ballista. It's got 2 small ballista and 2 large ballista and 1. Yeah, basically, it's a catapult.
Okay, very good. A wave motion gun.
We need to upgrade the weaponry here.
Yeah, we should probably.
Wave motion gun.
Are we flying through ethereal space or wild space? Is that where we're journeying?
It'll be wild space.
Okay.
I would recommend that we stop by the Mages Guild and try and see if we can solicit a couple of evokers to join us as manual artillery.
That couldn't hurt.
Not a bad idea.
Good idea. Any ball turret gunners that want to volunteer?
Victor, I go to my temple and find a select group of clerics with fairly high wisdoms, relatively high wisdoms, that are up for an adventure.
And
They're high
adventure.
enough, they won't join you, but anyway.
The okay, that's a good point. So the party is able to land on the prominence of the mountain and get down to Cabot Pool.
Hey,
Those of
Victor,
you who
real
are,
quick.
Yeah.
Bash is gonna stay with the ship.
okie dokie. That's actually what I was gonna
Lev
ask.
is as well.
Right. I knew Lev was staying, and so Lev and Bash are going to hang out with the ship. You guys are not bothered by ice nor the what is that thing called? Anyway, there's a giant wind creature that lives on the mountain as well. No, it's not an air elemental. It's much, much, much more dangerous. It's a creature that basically mostly just howls, and when you actually see it, Wendigo. It's a Wendigo.
Oh,
Oh my.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's basically Ice's friend is the Wendigo. Um,
It's his teddy bear.
essentially, yeah, you guys can hear it, and it's one of the reasons why no one climbs the mountain. So you're you're safer than just hanging out on a mountain with the Draco Lich. You're hanging out on a mountain with the Draco Lich and a Wendigo who's known to be on the mountain by everyone, which is why no one goes up the fucking mountain.
Well, that's an advantage.
We have our very
We
own
should
secure
build,
landing
like-
pad.
We should build like an ice castle here. We could make this our base.
That has a certain amount of unique charm to it.
You know, couple of nice lanterns, build a nice little lean-to. Could work fine.
This is the perfect spot for an ominous wizard's tower.
Does anybody?
I gotta check this. So I noticed Ben has a Prince Valiant haircut. So what's his present form? Is he still a dryad?
Does anybody remember the Bionic Woman episodes when they met Bigfoot, and Bigfoot was actually a construct made by an alien civilization that was living under the mountains of Ojai?
I
Does
remember I had a crush on Lindsay Wagner.
Oh yeah.
Like
No,
a
I
life
remember
crush.
that. I remember when she first ran into Bigfoot, but I don't remember like the details behind it. I missed that. I really didn't care about Bigfoot so much as her.
Yeah, it was a crossover with the Bionic with the $24 million man or whatever it was.
Yes, I remember that crossover.
Yeah, $6 million man.
Well, today he'd be 24 million.
Lee Majors starring as Steve Austin, a man barely alive.
Yep. Man for three, she's breaking up.
Break it up. Break it up. Yeah, I love the part where he was running on the treadmill at 60 miles an hour. Yeah, that was great. Wanted so badly to be like him. Looked kind of like my dad, too.
Okay.
Okay.
Carlos is going to stay on the ship and have one of the others tell Hamish to get on up this way with all the supplies.
Cool. Okay. You guys are able to. So the rest of you are able to go into town. It'll take from the mountain to the town. It's about a week's walk.
So do I use a teleport scroll?
Oh, I guess or you could teleport. Love can cast a teleport.
Yeah.
But I think you have to teleport. We can say you teleport them there and then just teleport yourself back.
Yeah.
The arriving at Cabot Pool, actually, and you get teleporting there. It makes it easier. So teleporting there, you guys get there. Lev goes back. You're able to walk back down to the inn. You can see it's definitely going full steam, and there are quite a few, like a very large number of unusual different types of characters and races at the inn nowadays. It's gotten a lot more diverse. Apparently, who is it? The ACLU has come in and convinced more different types of races to practice and get involved in Kabak Pool.
Given the makeup of our party, it would take a lot for us to notice something that's more diverse than us.
Yeah, we did kind of.
Not so much
We've
diversity,
been
just
on
plain weird.
we've been on the diversity thing for a little while.
Or
Yeah.
space made us racist.
Oh my God.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't space that made Lev a racist, but Lev just hates the Drow.
Oh, okay.
But Lev, that is the definition.
No, absolutely no problem with any of the other, folks who are in town, all these great diverse new immigrants and everything. Fine, no problem. As long as there aren't any Drow.
Oh my God.
Oh, there definitely are drow.
Good
Um,
thing Lev's on the ship.
there definitely are drow.
This is why
Um,
Bash trusts the cleric now and not Lev or
As
wizards.
a matter of fact, immigrants with the status of our jobs. Oh my God, I just saw that. As a matter of fact, when the party gets there, there is a tall drow priestess type with a buzz cut asking for Froderick.
Oh, okay.
And she tells you that she once knew him by another name. And thanks to your support, actually your party's support and his, she was able to go back to the Underdark and bring to the light those drow who were ready to leave both the Spider Queen and the undead behind and come to the surface and start new lives.
Skeletons, oh my.
Mm-hmm.
So I suppose, Joel, you're joining us formally for the foreseeable future.
I believe so, yeah.
Yippee!
Okay.
I'm,
Well,
I'm
welcome
good.
aboard, sir.
LJ
Absolutely.
LJ will well, how would LJ react? Does LJ know anything about any of the holy symbols that this woman might be wearing?
As a matter of fact, he's never seen the holy symbol that she's wearing.
Okay,
It
then
is
he would.
not Loth. It is not Kirasunali. It is not one of the Underdark holy symbols that he's seen in the past.
Then he would probably be a little bit suspicious, but curious.
Mm-hmm.
It not being Kiransali or Lolth is definitely a good sign, but Froderick actually just got back from an extended little vacation that he took, but I'm not familiar with the work that he's done with you. What church are you with?
Now I gotta go look it up. You little jerks. You making me look up information for the stuff I just told you.
Sorry, I'm a cleric.
Whose fault is that? Mine.
That's Arlo Guthrie there. John
Right.
Hemmer is
Frederick Guthrie.
referencing.
Oh wait, was it under this one?
I haven't heard that song
Okay.
in a long time.
She says, yes, I used to be known as Dessa.
Dessa!
Okay, yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Oh, it's been so long.
Yeah.
It's been a lifetime.
Quite literally.
She says, I am now cleric of Illustrali. She is the drow goddess of the moon.
Very well. It's good to see you again. I'll go get Joel. I'll get Froderick for you right away.
The Froderico.
And LJ will go find Froderick's favorite hiding place.
Okay.
Say, hey, your girlfriend's here. She found God.
Right. She found a god.
You notice
She
Froderick's
found an elder
bow
god.
stiffens noticeably.
What
He
you
goes
say?
running out. I said, you notice that Froderick's bow stiffens noticeably.
Amongst other things.
Probably
And so
more
now-
information than we needed.
Yeah, now the Dryad's not the only one who's got wood.
Froderick
Oh,
grabs
Lord.
Dessa and lifts her up in a big hug.
She is happy to be back, happy to be alive and on the top side of grass. But she tells you, yeah, thanks to you and your party, I am a functioning creature of Jesus Christ, Caroline.
What?
He's a functioning creature of Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yes.
I
Some
sent him a
religion
private
she
message.
Told you
found.
she found God.
What?
There you go.
Thank you. Whatever it is.
You're welcome. All right, so basically she is able she and yes, she tells you get anything you want except Dessa. She tells you that she's been bringing Drow from the Underdark to the surface world, and that the end result is has been successful so far. She's starting a new, I don't know what you'd call it, not a coven, not a group, but
Cult.
anyway, a new posse. One quick second. Any questions you guys have? Oh, yeah. Any questions you guys have real quick?
How does Dessa smell?
Oh,
Froderick.
she smells like moonstone.
Excellent.
It is not like spiders and dust and crap, but an actual existing creature as opposed to the weird sense that you picked up off her last time.
You silver-tongued DM, you. Yeah, I'm gonna get a beer real quick downstairs in the lobby. I'll be right back. Okay.
You got it.
That's a good one.
So how did she come into the service of Elistrally?
Merry Christmas, Caroline.
Yay!
The Elistrally called her essentially, and she basically went into this ginormous drow-sized cocoon for several days, and then when she erupted forth, she went down to the drow world and found her goddess, and then came back and started a new movement, the Froderick's anti-massive greed movement.
Very cool.
So that's her. And then the important things to discuss are the explosion. So you guys are in the middle of talking to Dessa. She's filled you in on all the cool stuff that's been going on. You've met some new drow. You're like, okay, you don't want to kill me, so that's kind of nice. I appreciate that about you. And you hear just a tremendously loud boom. Sounds like an explosive expanded fireball has gone off somewhere outside. You can see a couple of people turn their heads, but most of the bar patrons ignore it.
LJ's gonna go outside and. The hell was that?
So the inn is over here, and you guys can see, or LJ, you can see some smoke rising from the docks.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Froderick and Dessa and say, "Trouble at the docks. Are you coming?"
Well, I mean, I think everyone else is there as well. Yes.
Oh.
We're here for 5
Roz,
minutes. We're here for 5 minutes, and we bring chaos with us.
Blas, and Frida are there as well.
Okay.
I'm going to say we didn't bring chaos because nobody's reacting. Therefore, the chaos already existed.
Well,
We
there's
just
smoke.
happen to be wandering in and acknowledging the chaos, just like, a tree falling in the forest.
We respond to chaos.
There you go.
In a quantum universe, that makes no sense because we're actually the catalyst that is observing the chaos.
Well,
So
we
you
are
guys,
we are one of them, but
you guys walk
presumably
over towards the smoke.
presumably the people at the docks would also be observers of the chaos.
When you get to the docks, you can see you can see something. The ships, so the docks that have a ship on them. And the answer is no, Caroline. Those are the only ones that have grown enough to have stats.
Okay, thank you.
The other, so the only ones that have a ship on them are the ones in this area and south. Come on, oh, God damn it, that's right. You go back, get back there. Okay, good. So over here is not a dragon, but are a bunch of barges, 3 different, very long, very large barges that contain that are basically are being swarmed with gnomes and some humans, and one of the barges has a plume of smoke coming off of it. And when you get there, you see a gnome wearing goggles who shouts, "Success! Success! It worked!"
Oh God.
What?
Look,
First Chevy Cavalier, something.
can we get any kind of visual on what it is that worked?
You talk to the gnomes. There are several tinkerers and artificers who have been building. They've been working on Marvin's information about the concept of steam, and they're dedicated to build the world's first steam-powered ship.
Oh
That will
my.
sail faster and more heavily armored than anything created by the hands of mortals.
Oh God, they're advancing into Civil War technology.
Yes.
Okay.
This is not a good thing. It's going to change shit
Have
really.
we
well.
got-
Basically, to Ben's point, Marvin taught them how to fix his legs. Marvin taught them how to create legs for him.
Yep, there we go.
Right.
We
And if
lost
there's
Marvin's
anything that
like-
Disney has taught me, it's that you have to go back and fix the old robot before you can move on with the story for some reason. I don't know why, but apparently that's the thing you have to do for an entire episode or 2.
Obviously, now
Oh my
you're going to have to kill the entire town.
He's so right, though.
You mean you guys
Just
haven't done
announced.
that yet?
Oh, this
Yeah,
town's a
that's
wash. Been fun,
Unless someone
everybody.
has unless someone has a flashy thingy, we're just going to have to kill everybody.
Put a Genesis device down. He'll be fine. Walk away. We're good.
Take off a nougat from over to Sealant to be sure.
That's what Froderick's looking for now.
Only what you see, pal.
I want a plasma rifle in the 40-watt range.
The gnomes have
Damn it, you beat me to it.
the gnomes have been working on new ways. They've created a new type of catapult that at least 3/4 of the time succeeds in hurling an entire boulder. The other 1/4 of the time, we need new guardsmen. Anyway, but
Yeah.
it's got a 75% chance of successfully destroying your enemies.
You should ask them if they've thought about making a steam-powered bow.
Their eyes light up.
Repeating
I mean,
crossbow.
when we come back, that might be, a great suggestion that we've given them.
That's when they made a robot that plays chess.
There's a little Turkish guy inside.
Not yet, but they're working on it. They have successfully, they've made several weird devices and implements of destruction. They have not perfected very many of them, though. The problem with tinkers is that essentially when they get about halfway done with something, they get bored and want to start something new. So there are quite a few really interesting devices that they've been concocting. Steam-powered pens, a multi-function sword, but none of them actually work yet. So they're definitely on the cusp of something great as soon as one of them can buy some Adderall.
Nobody give them Adderall. Okay.
We need to delay the Industrial Revolution. That's the game now.
Right? So yeah, that's what's going on the docks. There's you count 7 creatures that you could consider artificers. Comments brought to you by ChatGPT. Don't get me started on ChatGPT, dear God. Not anything you've done or it's done, but just what Ben has done.
It's all your fault, Ben.
Oh my God, I think it is actually. So there's about 7 gnomish artificers, actually 5 gnomish, one human, and 1 halfling. Sorry. The rest of the people working with them are a mixture of ne'er-do-wells, salesmen, seamen, and some very odd gentlemen with very wide feet and wide-looking mouths who have come to the sea.
Old nautical adventure.
Do they come in balls?
Yeah.
Yes, they come in balls.
You missed that whole thing. That was a blast.
Thank God.
Long and hard.
It would not have gone better if you had not missed it. You're fine.
With the attack yum bubbles attacking the seamen. Yeah.
Yeah, so the semen ended up in the balls, and we had to pull the semen out of the balls. So we pulled the semen out of Vic's balls.
We took good care of Victor's balls.
His chocolate salty balls.
I
From your mouth
never
and suck 'em.
said it out loud when I was working on the adventure, is the problem. I never said to myself out loud, okay, so the balls will attack the semen. Otherwise, things would have been different.
Oh, God. Okay.
That's what you have us for. We're the quality control.
We checked the balls for doneness.
Okay, I'm going to talk to the artificers about making a very specific weapon. So.
Hey, I think since Dessa is the related to the god of the moon now. Froderick should definitely invite her to space, and probably her Drow army.
In her opinion, it's definitely not an army. They're just people who wanted to. They're essentially followers. Frida, you're talking to some of the artificers. What are you going to talk to them about?
I want to either get a crossbow that can launch jars, or I want a shoulder-mounted catapult.
They are all in on this idea.
I
They
knew they would be.
they absolutely love it, and they want to see what they can do to help support you in all that you do.
We're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah, they definitely are going to help you with that.
In this adventure, we will learn how to defend ourselves against fresh fruit preserve.
Oh, trust me, it's a lot better than that.
Oh, yeah.
It's so yeah, and their initial statement, like their thought when you say you want to do that, is like, how can we get strawberry preserves to people even faster? Like, is there a better way of delivering fruit than just using a catapult or a
Well, if you do it
crossbow?
at 2,400 feet per second, it would, yeah, that would be,
Whatever it
Like-
takes for them to go the direction I'm hoping.
Okay.
I
So
mean, it seems like a fruit launching catapult from your shoulder is something that would be great at sporting events.
their thought of it is using it at a bar, because then you can just get food to table 16 like even faster.
It works in things like the Gong Show because you use like Rotten Tomatoes.
Like it hits the table and it just sets the table as it cracks for them. That'd be great.
So like a potato gun, but only for tomatoes.
Yes. The potato tomato gun.
That's gonna leave a mark. Okay. All right, so I've got that, I've got that, I've got that. Okay.
Yeah, we don't like a monster. We just kind of basically boo him off of the map, just throwing rotten fruit at him. Boo, you're
Exactly
not
true.
funny. You suck.
Exactly true. All right, so you guys do that at the docks. Anything else at the docks? Because Dessa has oh no, not Dessa. Actually something involving Tim. So yeah, is there anything else you guys wanted to do at the docks?
We might be able to use a chief engineer on our spaceship. Let's see if one or two of these artificers would be interested in going to space.
Yeah, let's tell everybody we're going to space. That's a good idea.
We can frame it as a secret mission with a destination more fantastic than you can imagine. But you must agree to it to hear the details.
And if you do imagine, you'll probably lose sanity points.
I mean, true story. So who's going to go around trying to do this hiring? Basically, you're going to need to use diplomacy, carousing, sense motive,
Totally love.
leadership / followers if you have that.
LJ is pretty good with diplomacy and okay with sense motive, but carousing I don't think is a skill.
Gather information.
Yeah,
That's the one.
Oh, gather information.
Yeah.
Do I have any clerics that are particularly, gearhead like, or have a penchant for that kind of thing?
No, the inn and your church has been concentrated on allowing new people in and helping that side. They've kind of, honestly, they've been kind of looking down on the new craziness that's been going around. So they're not all about that.
Could LJ have Blodgett go with him to assist with the sense motive and gather informations?
Yeah. Big giant wolf rarely hurts in negotiations. So yeah, LJ, give me either LJ or Blodgett could be gather information, or Bash is on the ship, so no. So LJ
Um,
and Blodgett can do gather information.
I don't have Blodgett's character sheet,
Caroline
but
does.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna have Blodgett do that because she's better at it than I am.
Okay.
I got a 14 on the die.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm just getting up the stat sheets here.
Yeah,
No
no worries.
problem.
No worries.
So I've had to open
Alright,
all
sir.
the things now. Here she is. What am I rolling? Or what is he?
I got a 14 on the dice for a gather information check.
I am honest to God looking to see if I can find where her gather information stat is.
Is it the Excel character sheet that I made or the Word document?
Word document.
Ah,
She's got diplomacy +3. Ah, okay. I don't see that on here. Gather information. I'm sorry.
It may not be in 3.5, Vic. Trying to remember that one.
I don't see gather information on her sheet either, Caroline. So I think you're fine.
wow.
I don't think she has it.
Okay,
Okay.
well then I'm not crazy.
Then does she have
Oh,
a sense?
God,
Does she have a sense
Ben.
motive?
Hang on.
Yeah, she's got a sense motive.
+4.
Okay, that's the same as LJ's got. So,
I think
I
Ben's
guess LJ will go it alone.
I think
Total
Ben's gonna
is
here-
17 for the gather information. Ben's
I
on
love
the
the
ship.
fact that Ben's thrown out his stat and everybody's like, nope.
Yeah, Ben's
Well,
on
no,
the
he's
Ben's on
got
the
10
ship.
gather information. He's just not there. That's
He's
the
on the
problem.
ship.
He's on the ship.
He's a week away.
Yeah, he was like, I want to be on the I want to stay on the ship. I'm like, all right, cool, you can stay on the ship. Now he's on the ship. I was like, oh, I want to do something. You can't just stuff. You're on the ship.
So 17.
All right. Total 17. Okay. And a diplomacy check, please. Do you have leadership, or does your do you have leadership?
I do not have the leadership feat.
Okay, then give me a diplomacy check, please.
So I just tried to explain to my kid that I had an earbud in because I had people that I was trying to listen to, and you know what little Brad did? He talked louder.
Oh, no.
That'll be a 31, Victor.
I love your child so much, Ben.
Yeah.
Just every day he's more entertaining. 31, you say?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. You are able to find a do you figure? Sorry, you were able to find a gnomish tinkerer who's dissatisfied with the confines of what they're working on and wants to do something bigger,
shoulder-mounted
more
catapult.
unusual.
I'll tell you what.
Essentially, he's
We've got something different and unusual for you.
Oops.
okay.
You want to drive a spaceship?
Yes, that is essentially what the conversation is. All right, he's like, I'm good with hiring out. What are you guys offering? And how long's the job?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, I think both of those things are going to be up for negotiation because we don't really have a time frame. You would be the chief engineer on our ship for the duration of our voyage and for the duration of our mission. Hopefully we would be home soon, but as adventures can be, it can be quite dangerous. But naturally, you would be paid according to the level of hazard.
3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
I
He's
think
in.
as soon as we go into space, like half of the guys we hired are going to jump off.
Well,
He's in on it. He's definitely in. He's okay with being with working with your group.
fantastic. We have a chief engineer now. What's his name?
Scotty. And we also have a dental and resurrection plan.
We have a what?
Dental and resurrection plan.
His name is Carl.
Oh, the gnome engineer.
Carl.
Killed anyone
Yeah.
today?
How about
Today.
Doug and Wendy Weiner?
Okay.
Or like bend over with your eyes closed.
No, it's from some TV show or movie. I forget what it was, but it was a British Navy, and anybody that they wanted to collect up for the ship, they just whacked them on the back of the head. Hey, old dudes, you want to join the ship? Just lay down, lay face down with your eyes closed. Whack, whack, whack. Thud, thud, thud. Oh, we have some volunteers.
Taking, what is it? They called it taking the king's coin. It was at the bottom of the mug. If you
Oh yeah,
drank it
they
all the way to the
drop
bottom.
a shilling into the bottom of the drug. You take the king's shilling. It's like, oh, you took the king's shilling. You're coming with us. That's why they put glass bottoms in those bastards.
That's right. Yes. I got one from John Stout a long time ago.
That way you could see if somebody dropped a fucking coin in it. So you pull it up, look, go, oh, fuck that.
And that's why they come out with Guinness. It's opaque.
Okay.
Or Carl Kepler, rock gnome, tinkerer, alchemist. Ooh, cool.
Love the last name.
Okay, that's who has joined you.
Oh, yay.
Um,
I'm going to make friends with him.
He's gonna blow us all up.
he is a friendly guy. He's one of the ones who was taken with your idea of a catapult.
Catapult
Shoulder mounted catapult. Yes.
We're
Try
going
his
to
name out.
be good
Kepler.
friends.
Carl, we need more power. A head full. Prepare to
Give it
engage
all I
force
can,
engine.
Captain.
Wait.
Oh, by the way, some of the other people we hired, did they wear red shirts? I'm just curious.
It doesn't matter what color they wear; they're all red shirts.
Yeah, that's true.
Blas, Benno the Untouchable, is one of the people who's working for you. He mentions that the Duke sent word that essentially you weren't needed for the Scrying Council anymore, but he didn't say why.
He just got disinvited. Is that what I'm hearing?
He doesn't know. He's an assistant to the church. He's like, all I know is that what the Duke's scribe said. I didn't get to talk to anybody at the castle.
We should visit Tim.
It's all the doings of Lady What's Her Face. She's trying to get us cut out of things.
Probably. Mad we stole her books. Oops.
Cassandra?
Oh, no, not that
Hey,
one. No.
I wanted
Talking
to
about the
work
local
we
one.
steal her books.
Tavern we
yard.
toasted.
They wouldn't let me.
Her books went missing and we're getting blamed for it, probably. That's all that happened.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
wait,
you mean the Witch Queen? God, yeah.
No, it's Cassandra. Joel's talking about Cassandra.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
the wait, from Cavapoo or the other lady whose stuff we stole?
We didn't steal anything.
Joel is assuming that it's Cassandra, the one whose stuff you stole, who also owned the
Okay,
inn.
gotcha.
That is
Okay.
his assumption.
We didn't. We did
It's
not
not
do
extended
that.
loan. Just
We did-
extended loan.
No, we don't have her stuff. We don't have her stuff, guys.
Also,
was-
she doesn't have a spaceship.
We found it at the bottom of a pool when we were rescuing her.
No, we don't have her stuff. It just went missing. And
Right.
they're alleging that we did it. But they have no
Who's
proof.
they?
I don't know.
Oh.
They.
A mysterious they.
Yeah.
People we don't want to meet, trust me.
Jeff
Wait,
in
wait,
the basement. He's talking online about all these things that we allegedly did. He is they.
I mean, currently you're just alleging and assuming the whole line, so that's on you.
Yeah, that's why I think we should visit Tim. That's going to be LJ's next destination.
All right.
Yeah.
So LJ drops by Tim's office. It is actually occupied by a completely different store. It's a baker is at the location where Tim was when you last were here.
Did you just say Baker Whorehouse?
Yes.
that would be epic.
What? It's
It's called
it's a
Home
shop
Shop.
called Kim's Functuary. They sell pastries you can have sex with.
You can have your sweets and eat it too.
No,
Yes.
twat waffles.
Twat waffles. That's their favorite. They sell a lot of twat
lot
waffles.
of
Did you
donuts.
guys want
It's
some?
twat waffle house.
Tim.
No,
Okay.
initially I said it's a baker who is there in the place where Tim was, but I like Baker Whorehouse better.
Okay. No relation.
It does add some color to the town.
LJ will go inside.
This is an untapped area of commerce.
Right? She asks if you'd like to tap her area of commerce. She has some twat waffles that are fresh and hot. Still juicy. You look, it's nice, creamy twat waffles.
Oh my god.
I will compliment her. Her buns look delicious, and I would be honored to have a lick.
Yeah.
But it comes with its own. Yeah, you supply your own glazed frosting.
You have to, yeah. Your glazed frosting is on you. You got to make that happen.
Yeah, you'll have to work to provide the cream filling.
All right. Scene.
Twinkie porn. Okay.
It
I'll,
is definitely a bakery, and it is definitely basically a sex-themed bakery. You inquire a little further. You're trying to make absolutely sure what's going on, and she admits basically that she had a boyfriend who used to have sex with her cakes, and her croquembouche was the last straw. And she was finally like, "If you're gonna fuck my croquembouche, then I'm just gonna make a croquembouche made to be fucked."
You know, you'd have to be ambitious to do that to a croquembouche. That's a lot of little holes.
Yeah, no, I know.
What makes me sad is due to COVID, I know what a croquembouche is.
I've made them. I've made 3 of them so far in my lifetime.
I'll buy one of her
I've not had
pastries.
sex with any of them, but I've made them.
I'll buy one of her pastries to be polite and offer a bit of a marketing idea I had. She could make a pastry called the golf course. 18 holes.
Nice. She likes the way you think. She's like, "All right, thank you, sir. Always a pleasure to do business."
I do
with
have
you."
a question though.
Yes.
At this location, there used to be an enchanter. His name was Tim.
Oh,
I
that
could
old
have-
guy.
Yeah. Do you happen to know what happened to him? I'm looking for him.
I remember seeing his shop about a couple of months ago, but then the next time I came by, it was up for sale. And I had just basically started this. Everything you see here is a new creation over the last month. So I haven't seen him since then. And as far as I was told the shop was for sale, so
Okay.
I took the shop.
All
That's
right.
all I got.
Well,
I want to know what you're using for your yeast.
very well. I'll thank her for her sweet honey buns and be on my way. And my next destination is going to be to the Mages Guild.
Okay. The Mages Guild is actually much larger. You were in town recently, so you've seen this, but maybe not everybody else was. The guild slash church has grown and now occupies a large tower in the south of the city. And this map doesn't represent the city accurately anymore. Basically, no one's buying supplies. They're just fucking around. You know these guys. There's now a small bridge that crosses over from the north gate, from the north side of the city to the south side, and that's where a lot of the new towns and homes are. Basically, it is. It's growing like Frisco. And the new Mages Guild is a large tower, a small thin tower, on the south end of the main city. They have they've been working their butts off. The group is, how do I phrase this correctly? Group is basically working hard to establish itself in the city. They're very supportive of the amazing work you guys do and the amount of money you give them for scrolls. But when you talk to them, they're like laser focused on building up their existing tower and their existing church.
I want LJ to try and find the guy who kind of helped start this whole thing, Lev's friend, because
It is honestly really hard.
LJ and him met one time when Lev came down here.
Yes, you did.
Um,
You have met him before. You can name drop him. You guys are high enough that they are able to get a message to him. And he'll be like, the message comes back that he'll absolutely see you this afternoon.
okay, that should be fine because we still need to go and get supplies. We can probably wait a little while. It's going to be a long journey back. Let's see. In the meantime, is there like a secretary that I can talk to? Who like deals in selling guild services?
Yes.
Okay, then I will talk to the secretary about the feasibility of hiring a couple of capable evokers to assist in our mission.
Okay.
What's an evoker?
Evoker is a low level or a mage who casts spells, specifically who would be able to cast like fireballs and lightning bolts.
Yeah, wizards who specialize in the school of evocation.
Okay.
Valid question.
Fireballs have mass, right?
No, technically no.
Technically no.
Okay.
Fireballs are energy. Energy theoretically has mass, but cannot be weighed as easily.
Okay.
I like Garlos's idea of a 6-month journey. We're not actually sure, but perhaps in the contract we could include some clause about possible extensions of service.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll need 25 people though. We'll probably just need 1 or 2 of them.
When I'm talking about 6 months of supplies for 25 people.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is preserved rations, beer, wine, alcohol,
Yeah.
And
dried fruits and stuff, the whole 9 yards, because we don't know how long this could take, and if we get lost, we could be fucked.
Yeah.
So John,
Still got a bunch of friends.
I had Carrick and the cleric clerks for my order, starting all that, so they can work with Hamish to get it done.
Totally. You go for the fresh foods because we'll need a few weeks of that,
Yeah.
And then we'll try and stock up at least 6 months for 25 people of preserved goods that'll keep for at least a year. And any port of call we make out yonder that actually has food, we buy up what we can.
Right. And monsters are now food, by the way, guys. So
Hey, I don't know what hell fell in that pit trap, but it put up a heck of a fight. Now, say your prayers, give thanks, and dig in.
right.
Did you get my message, Joel?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right, Brandon. So for LJ, the question is that they're very specific on the amount of time you're going to be hiring for. Um, if it's a contract that is anywhere near open-ended or renegotiated at a specific end, it gets more expensive as it goes forward. Basically, you can hire one evoker for 1 week at about 2,000 per level.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it gets crazy if you try to open that up.
Okay, maybe I'll
Got it,
save
thank
this
you.
talk for my my meeting later this afternoon.
Okay.
Because we are in a very unique situation that may require more fluidity than is within her ability to grant. Okay, then LJ will bid the secretary farewell. See them later this afternoon, and be off to help to buy supplies.
Okay.
Oh, has the secretary heard anything about what might have happened to Tim? His shop was on the other side of town, but seems to have been replaced with an erotic bakery. Highly recommend visiting them, by the way. Excellent pastries.
Well, the secretary is very curious about this bakery. It does sound pretty interesting. It is the kind of stuff that he's interested in. However, he's not heard anything about Tim. He does remember a wizard named Tim coming by once, but that was a while ago, and he's not come by since then.
I seem to recall he was packing up the last time we popped by, but we didn't ask him about it.
That's true.
What point can I tell Dr. Lev about what I heard?
Go ahead.
Okay. Lev, Froderick went to the Druid, and he says that after the Scrying Council was disbanded, he lost track of it.
Oh, the council was disbanded completely?
Mm-hmm.
Sean.
Who's in charge now?
Was there any indication as to why?
That's all the Druid told Frederick. He didn't ask anything else at the time.
I can go back and ask, I suppose.
It can't hurt. And maybe we could go to the fortress and try and get an audience with like some advisor or the Duke or something.
By the way, speaking of like stocking up on supplies, how are we on like healing potions and stuff?
Yeah, we are down low.
We're in a perpetual state of being low, but we're not as low as we have been in the past.
Okay.
The last time we were in town, we were able to buy 3 cure lights, 3 cure moderates, and 3 scrolls of cure moderate.
Is the alchemist a gnome? Is he capable of making any healing potions?
He's very certain he can make potions that will heal people.
Use detect like sense motive or confidence or
he
bullshit
sounds
or whatever?
sincere and doubtful. He's never done it before, but he understands what healing people is, and he's definitely seen a healing potion, so he's 100% sure he can make another one. He knows what they look like, and he's heard about what they do and how they taste. So yeah, he's got it.
Okay, what supplies does he need?
This could get interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can make it LJ's job right now to go gather a small amount of supplies for him to do a test run while we're here in town.
Actually, the druid would have probably some healing herbs or something like that.
Ooh,
That's
true.
correct. The druid last time you went had a bunch of healing stuff, and the church itself actually helped you guys out last time as well.
Yeah.
But you haven't been.
That's something Froderick
No
would
one has
ask.
been to the druid in a long time. So
Yeah, so how about we ask the druid also about anything that we might need in wild space? We might need something that counters. I don't know if 0G is a problem or
Gravity's taken care of.
okay, gravity's
There
taken
is
care of.
we have hand wavium on our side and don't have to worry about falling off the
it's
ship.
not hand wavium; it's gravity.
Yeah, but how does the gravity work? Hand wavium.
No, it's very simple. Any large mass.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I sent. I don't. Yeah. There was a PDF attached to that last email, Joel, and it gives you the rules for space. And one of the basic rules for space is to ignore everything you think you know about space, because basically.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I remember reading that now. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah. Like the way gravity works in D&D, and gravity can be an issue, but the way gravity normally works is that you've got any large mass creates a flat plane of gravity, and things are attracted to that mass and that gravity line. The problems that can occur is if you have competing large masses next to each other, then you can enter into someone else's gravity. Or if the thing that you're on breaks apart, then you could lose your center of gravity or enter into someone else's gravity. So it is possible to have gravity issues, but essentially a flight spell works at that point.
Okay, I was gonna say also maybe some harnesses and some rope.
But how do
on the ship that you guys have, several of the cabin areas have any area that is designated as a crew area has a net on the side on one wall.
Oh, okay.
For that reason.
Cool. All right.
But how do projectiles work in space then?
And where they work on planet. What?
Okay, that's what I'm asking though, because their center of mass is too small theoretically.
Right. The projectile itself doesn't have a center of mass, so you fire a projectile from and it goes outside of your gravity to someone else and hits their gravity, and then they get hurt.
So,
but if the person you're staying, the other target, I guess, if their center of mass is similar to yours, or their mass is similar to yours, not center of mass, then why does the projectile go towards them and not you?
It would if you fired it up. Read the bottom of the PDF actually, and it talks about that.
Velocity.
Okay. It actually is in the rules.
So theoretically, could we fire a bunch of arrows around the ship at the perfect velocity to put them in orbit and create a shield of arrows that we can then...
That's literally talked about in the rules that I sent you.
It won't last. They'll eventually come back in and hit things and people.
It's literally that's the thing that experienced space sailors do.
Yeah, like chucking an apple core off of one side so it hits somebody else on the other. They have fun with that.
Ding, 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 ding. It's a thing.
All right.
Apple core,
Sweet.
Baltimore. Who's your friend? Me. Whack.
All right. So you go to the druid. You're talking to him. Are you guys going to ask for some berries of the wood?
Yeah, and any like necessary herbs for the brewing of healing potions.
Edible cannabis.
He will have 8 doses of the berries of the wood. They are a very potent healing potion, or healing. It's not a potion. That's what he sells you. They're basically 1,000 gold pieces each. But they're, it's a healing potion plus an extra saving throw, which healing potions don't normally do.
I think we take them all.
Yeah, I mean, he appreciates that. He understands what you guys are going up against. Sorry, I'm looking. All right, that was it. So you asked him about the council. Can I pull up dates?
Yes.
Okay, he tells you that the Scrying Council was disbanded, not because they succeeded, but because Tim left unexpectedly twice, and the wizardess refuses to answer her scrying thing at all. The city-state has its own issues and is not really talking to anybody unless you really bug them. And the Magus Wildfoot from the Centaurian Plains has gone adventuring in the Midori Forest. And she's only answering haphazardly. So they basically, after 3 weeks of this shit, they basically gave up.
Okay, good to know.
That's a shame, but I'm not sure how much we can do about it right now.
We're a little busy.
He tells you that Tim's position of the Minister of Wizardry for the city has been taken over by the Pale Seal, a black dragon war chanter, who is apparently fairly good at wizardry and enchantment, and very annoying to Egon the Bold, who is the current Minister of War and Lawful Good, as opposed to the Dragon's alignment. But the Pale Seal has cultivated a lot of support among the seafaring and the elite, and so they're like, all right, you can do the best you can.
All right, well, I wouldn't be opposed to meeting this black dragon. That would be pretty cool. You'll have to wrestle him. I'm willing to do that.
I don't know. He just sounded like one of those World Wrestling Federation fighters.
Double check that. Yeah, you can definitely meet up with him. He is an affable guy, as far as everyone says.
All right, well, if it won't take too much time, I'd like to do that.
Okay. One quick millisecond. Okay, so yes, you're able to get an audience with Pale Seal. He is a tall, he's definitely a dragonborn. One glance at him and you're like, okay, Jesus Christ, this fucking guy. He's physically intimidating and give me a sense motives roll, please. And Frederick, if you're going, you can do a sense motive as well.
Okay, I will.
I got a 20 total.
Does he say something like, "I was once an adventurer like you till I took an arrow to the knee"?
Pretty much,
I mean,
yeah. That's actually pretty close to what the line it gives you.
Yeah, do I get the sense that he's motivated to wrestle me?
His hands clutch at the air.
where the hell's my sense motive is on here somewhere.
The skill should be alphabetical if you're using my character sheet.
I found it. Okay, let me go to my dice deal. Oh, okay, let me scroll. 25.
Okay. You can tell that he has a strong presence, an intimidating presence. He can literally create an aura that allows other people to share that and become more intimidating as a group. But he himself is not necessarily a fighter, nor is he someone who's like, okay, yeah, no, I can totally kick everybody's ass in this room, so much as I can totally help people and support them.
Okay, so but you say that like it's an ability he can lend to a group or something like that, or
Yeah, that's kind of the sense you get. He's a war chanter, but he's more of a support gonk than he is an actual fighter. He is not a frontline spellcaster.
Yeah, he's probably like an abjuration or enchantment guy.
So anyway, that's your sense of him and his way of being. He is a pretty tough cookie in general. He's definitely been around a bit. He's from Scarsdale, after all. Say no more. Say no more. He's
Orange County? Yeah.
He does know about the Scrying Council. He's kind of I think not. You get the sense that he's a little dismissive of it, more so because he wasn't there. Like, oh, it would have been so much better if I'd been to the Scrying Council, but you
A little bit of an ego. Okay.
Yeah, it's
great,
that
good.
thing that I think that you get that at 7th level with the spellcaster.
Froderick asked if he knows who initiated the disbanding of the scrying group.
The Duke actually got fed up with basically people not answering the Zoom calls, answering for 5 minutes and then saying that they had to fuck off and do something else, and the fact that Tim had disappeared twice, and he got pretty torqued out with everything not happening.
Okay, so
Yeah, Tim does have a very annoying tendency to up and disappear at a moment's notice. Nobody knows where he goes, I suppose, but perhaps there was some indication.
So the Duke got ghosted a few times too many?
Kidding me, man.
Yes, that's basically what you get.
Yeah.
He's getting ghosted a few times too many. He doesn't have any info on Tim's whereabouts. He was basically brought in after the second time Tim disappeared.
Fair enough. Well, I just wanted to come and meet you because I heard some lovely things about you, and because we're so involved in the affairs of the kingdom, I thought it would be prudent to make your acquaintance.
He admits that he has heard about you as well, and there were definitely interesting things people had to say.
All good, I hope. All good things, I hope.
That is definitely something to hope.
Yeah, hope on, mate.
Kind of like Robin Hood. Who is it? Monty
was my
Python, John Cleese. Okay, you know, when he Robin Hood and he's trying to get all
Yeah.
the merrymen and laugh.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, laugh, laugh. Yeah, he's like, no, I heard about you and the inn, but I also heard
Really
about
necessary.
you and the dragon, and apparently you did some really cool stuff on the other side of the sea, and you know fought amazing things, which is really good. Pretty sure you saved the town like 2 or 3 times and caused a lot of destruction in it 2 or 3 times. So as far as I'm concerned, it evens itself out. You got a clean slate with me. I'll do what you guys do at this point is what I'll judge you by. So I'm not going to judge you by your past, and you know we all got to do what we all got to do.
Well, how much do you know of our current mission? Because that's kind of what the Scrying Council was, uh, well, part of what it was set
Something
up
about the
for.
end of the world again and tentacles.
Yeah, some sort of eldritch abomination from across the astral sea, or perhaps even further, has come to destroy the world, and so, or maybe take it over, but I'm not really sure there's materially much of a difference for us. So we're on our way out to stop him. And if all goes well, Cabot Pool won't even notice a thing.
That's the way I like it.
Yawning and pantomiming masturbating.
I mean, basically, yes. That's the conversation. Um, the seal is like, yeah. Anything I can do to support you, let me know. And I wish you all the best of luck on whatever you're doing way over there. That's not near here. And hopefully, what occurs there will stay over there, and then everybody
Hopefully so.
will be happy.
If we need anything of you, we'll send you a message from across the stars.
Actually, can we establish a link back to Cabot Pool so we can report on progress or ask for help?
Yeah, maybe like a
Cabot
pair of
Pool, somebody
enchanted
else.
sending stones or something like that would be good for
Volunteering,
us to
yeah.
have.
He's
Or
like,
just
I've
a good
already got
old-fashioned
sending
link.
stones that communicate with the city state and the mages. I mean, I have to carry around 4 different rocks at this point. I don't need a 5th. But I mean, if you can have your people, if you can do a contact to your people and have them come and talk to me, that's awesome.
Well,
I have a regular contact with one of my clerics.
Oh yeah, he does actually.
oh, okay.
Wildcat's regular contact he does with the cleric, and
Then we should be pretty much all set then.
well, you can also talk to the. It's difficult to talk to the Duke right now, but you could also talk to the bishop if you tried. You're high enough level, and at least one of you is good, so you could probably go and get in with her.
Kind of like the Emperor and Darth Vader, you know, when what is I bidding my master, and big hologram appears, and oh, Vader, you down there, you look like an angry little pepper shaker.
Yes. I liked the one where it had the emperor showing up as a cat. I'm totally not a cat. It's really me. I'm the emperor.
Well, do we have any business with the bishop that we need to really attend to?
I need to go back to my grove. I don't know about the rest of you. I don't mind if I go by myself.
With the bishop, it's only if you think there's anything you need to communicate to her or get anything from her. Garlos is still dealing with the effects of the throne, so he ain't going down there. He doesn't want to tip his hand that something like that is going on.
Froderick can go with you.
Yeah, I don't think it's super necessary to see the bishop. So LJ can go with you to the Grove.
Cool. I'm just checking on things. Going to be storing a few things.
Do me a favor and check on my tree while you're there, since I didn't come with you all.
That's absolutely part of the intent. I will be doing that.
Probably it's probably good with all the important people we've seen and talked to that I didn't come.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's proper.
You go ahead.
That's I think it might be appropriate for Blas to make a emissary to the bishop, just as one religious leader to another.
Okay. All things considered, I can understand that. We'll do the Grove real quick.
Yeah,
Grove,
no
you're
worries.
able to go. You're able to go to, what is it? You're able to go to, that's right, the north of town is where the Grove is, just outside of town to the north. You've got Frida's Grove. You can tell that other, what would be the word? Other entities, people, farms have been encroaching right up to the edges of it. Not going in the Grove, but they're definitely, there's two farms right that are cropping right up to the edge of the Grove. And looks like one clearing for a house is just on the west side.
I'll just make sure my protections for my Grove are in place.
They definitely are. They've definitely been used. The Grove is definitely trying to keep itself safe. So far, so good.
All right, I will reinforce those spells, and I will go have a little talk with the farmers on the two sides that are there.
Okay. What's the end goal for your conversations?
To simply point out that the health of the land is enhanced by this grove. If this grove becomes damaged, it damages the health of the land.
Give me a diplomacy check, please.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Said politely, mind you, very politely.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be diplomacy or intimidate?
I mean,
No,
you can use either one.
diplomacy.
You start off with
Diplomacy.
diplomacy and branch into intimidation.
It's a fear up like
Diplomacy is foreplay.
I've got a +11 on diplomacy.
All right.
Before you roll that, I got
18.
something to say.
Okay.
Go.
Am I good? What? Oh my God.
To Carlos's point, diplomacy is the art of saying "nice doggy" until you can find a stick.
Or say nice doggy so you don't have to use a stick. And
No, that's the whole point. You say "nice doggy" and then you find a stick, and then you don't need diplomacy anymore. What was your roll, Caroline?
I rolled an 18 and I have a +11.
All right, so 29 for diplomacy. The farmers are won over. They basically become your new guardians for the your little forest, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll make sure nobody fucks with this stuff."
Wonderful.
All the stuff you do for the town and the nature itself, you're good to go.
And you're
I
capable.
promise them to come and bless their crops.
Oh,
Also, Frida can like throw a comet into them, or what is that high level freaking like
no, yeah,
devastation
comet
spell
ball.
you've got?
You know,
Comet
just
ball.
bless their crops with
I
Agent
have
Orange
death
if they
from
piss
the
her off.
sky.
Yeah. death from above. Or I
Yes.
can bless your crops. Your choice.
Yeah.
Choose wisely.
Things can happen. I mean, I'm not going to say anything of that nature, but things can happen.
And all the so hard to keep track in the fight. Did I use 5 6th-level spell slots or only 4? Trouble is, I kind of forgot myself. So I guess I have to ask, do you feel lucky? All right, Zag, you want to talk to the bishop?
Yeah.
He's gone.
Sorry. Nope, I'm here. Just getting up off the floor.
All right.
Yeah, I think
you go and meet with the bishop.
I request an audience. I wait for them to allow me in to speak with him.
Okay.
It's a her.
It is a her.
You're talking to Garlos's girlfriend. Be careful.
True.
They're talking about all the amazing hedonistic times we've had, especially Garlos. He's like right up front, just like
People call Garlos chaotic.
She has yet to find out that she's now a lesbian. So
right. I once she allows me an audience in a pithy, although descriptive manner, I describe the adventures that we've had and the very long journey that we need to take to unknown places, and ask the general welfare of the town, and for any assistance that she might be willing to provide or to lend on this journey to basically save the world.
okay. She actually tells you that she's done some scrying and commuting herself. And she asks that you send Garlos her apologies because the work that you're doing is oh yeah, because you're doing all things considered, because the work that you're doing actually is world saving. She has found out that she lets you know that your work with the island in the middle of the sea has borne fruit. You know, the island is cleared up. Whatever evil was there is now no more. So you've been very successful in that regard. And she tells you that as far as she can discern, the wizardess and her city seem to be recovering.
Fabulous. That was us too, by the way.
Yeah, no, she knew that. No, that part she knew. So she's very appreciative of the work the party has done. She's basically found out more behind the scenes of what's been going on, and she's at this point like, you guys do whatever you feel is necessary to go make things happen. The city is still not fully appreciative, but I've spoken to the bishop enough, or the duke enough, that the city leaders are coming around to the concept that you are not the bad guys. You just had to get stuff done here and that you need to do, and maybe it'll get better going forward.
I swear to God, you burn down one building with a death cult in it, and everybody loses their fucking minds.
There's a fucking dive bar too. I mean,
Old
seriously,
abandoned
burning it down
building.
increases
Yeah.
property value.
Haven't they heard of urban renewal?
Wasn't
Right?
that building slated to be demolished anyway?
No, it was not. And that was this. It wasn't just that building. It was the warehouse next to it and the one across the back
You
alleyway behind it.
barely damaged the warehouse.
Barely.
We paid for that.
Yes, you did.
Yes, it already was
Oh, wait.
fine. They made money off it.
They
And
were
we left.
fine.
And
It was trade.
we even had a little
It was dangerous
detachment.
trade, but it happened.
We even had a
You're
little
literally
detachment of our
saving
own
the
team.
world, and you're worried about
If
three
you
tiny
ripped apart
buildings.
Lev's spell book and threw it in the trash and then say, okay, I'm going to pay you for all the spells that I just destroyed, is Lev happy? And the answer is yes and definitely no. So, anyway, you have, yes, you have paid for the stuff you destroyed, but you still destroyed a lot of stuff. By the way, make sure to tell if you guys have used the Dispel Magic or Teleport Scrolls, let Brandon know so he can figure out how much he has to work on. Lev will have to spend time to make new
Yeah,
scrolls. And
Carlos could use a couple of teleports and at least one Dispel Magic. He does support work.
And Caroline, that's the same process for you to make potions. I just gotta, I'll give you that. I gotta find
We'll
that.
probably want to take a little bit of time to arm up
There's
and
an echo. I couldn't
stockpile
hear
a few
what you
things.
said, Victor.
Oh, Caroline, that's the same process for you to make potions. Making potions or scrolls just takes time. And it takes materials, but it also takes time. For scrolls, you'll need materials for the paper, the vellum, the sheepskin. For potions, you need materials for to make the scrolls. So yeah, for Caroline, for your character, you would basically need the material components for the spells for the healing potions that you're going to make. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I was going to say Garlos could use a couple of teleports and at least one Dispel Magic because he does the support work.
Yeah, so far I've got 3 Dispel Magics and 4 Teleport Scrolls. I've got Ben with 1 of each, Caroline with 1 of each, and Garlos with 2 of each.
If you want to
Okay,
give
so
me
that'd be
more
4
than
either
one
way.
healing spell, that would be a good idea.
Lev's not able to make healing spells.
I mean, whatever the hell. All right,
Yeah.
I'll work on making healing spells.
Yeah, basically, Caroline, if you have the feat scribe scroll, then you can make scrolls. If you have the feat brew potion, then you can make potions.
I have brew potions.
Right. So you can make potions. He can make scrolls, but you can only make potions that you can cast. He can only make scrolls that he can cast.
Okay, let me see what I can do on potions then. I'm going to have to do some reading. Okay. And I did notice your request there, Froderick, so we'll see what I can do.
Okay,
Okay.
but I'll give Caroline 2 of each as well, since I've probably got the time.
Excellent, thank you.
I think
You know I'll use it
LJ
for the benefit of the party.
Can we go back to the bishop?
needs 1 of each.
Yes. Sorry, we hadn't. I don't know why we hadn't finished, but we hadn't finished the bishop. So yes, So yeah, that's her opinion on where things stand currently, and what questions you're.
So I will pass that on to Carlos. Thank you very much for the acknowledgement and the message. We seek any assistance that you can provide, specifically in the way of any potions, healing, or support, even any men or women in your fold that might have skills in sailing or in engineering. We can always use the help.
Okay. She definitely can provide some potions and a few scrolls. They haven't had much time to. They haven't had much time to make more high-level scrolls other than what they gave you guys last time. But they have 2 removed curses. 4 moderate light wound potions and 6 cure light wounds potions. So I'll
Okay.
write it down. So
Okay. Thank you. I'll put it on my character sheet.
thank you. There's nothing as powerful as no.
I try.
Um,
Zag, does Blaz need dispels or teleports?
Both probably.
Okay.
I have one scrolled spell.
Caroline sent you something.
I have one scrolled spell
thank you.
magic left.
Ah, thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Okay. I think I know what I'll do.
Oh my god, I think I'm inspired. See here.
Victor, do you know what level these magic items are at?
The scrolls would be at the level of a 6th level caster. The potions would be at the level of an 8th level caster. Sorry, the moderate's 8th level. The cure light is 4th level.
Okay. And there's only one dose in each potion, right?
Correct.
Thank you. Good. Yeah, I've only got one scrolled spell magic left.
Okay, I'm just gonna make one of everything for everyone except for the people who have requested extras.
Okay. Was the bishop able to provide any assistance in the way of personnel or support?
No. They've been incurring some pretty strong attacks to the city. So St. Cuthbert has taken it upon himself to provide for the city's defense. So most of her clerics and paladins are on the walls. She does say that there is good that will find its way to your party to support your mission. That much she knows for sure.
I thank you for that message.
Mhm.
Rest assured that the clerics of Anaya will be on the front lines in the undiscovered country.
She appreciates it.
Okay, that's all. I come back, and when I see Garrulus, I deliver the message.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
the gnomish
gnomish
tinkerer
tinkerer
goes.
goes.
He's
He's got
got to
to
do
do
some
some
shopping
shopping
before he leaves.
leaves.
There's
There's
one
one of his favorite shops in town, but he'll be ready to go pretty much as soon as you guys are.
I still have the meeting with the guy in the wizard's tower.
John, did you want to say something?
Carlos just wanted to express his appreciation for the delivery of the message from the bishop. He's curious if there's time for him to go visit, but probably not. Yeah, that ain't legit. That ain't business, anyways.
You gonna get Bishop with it?
What's up?
You gonna go get Bishop with it?
Brandon, you'll have to account for sleep as well, so you cannot work on scrolls 24 hours a day.
Yeah, the problem for Carlos to visit the bishop would require at least one teleport scroll, and those are premium right now. So no.
Yeah, that 90 hours worth of scrolls will take you about a week and a half.
So Victor,
8 hours of rest a day, plus the 90 hours brings me to 146 hours, which is
You
still
cannot
less
work
than
on.
still less than a week.
Yeah, you can't do 16 hours. Yeah, 16 hours is killing yourself on creating
You're not
scrolls.
you're not an over the road spell scriber.
Yeah, at working on scrolls 16 hours a day, you are losing your own mind, and
We
I
also
get to
have-
roll for whether or not your scrolls are effective.
Okay, all right.
I've actually tried labor hours like that, and they
90
suck
minus
ass.
6.
we also
Minus.
have all the time that we're traveling around in space.
What about 74 hours? Because if I
It'll
take,
take you a week and a half. I don't know if there's a part of that statement you're missing.
God damn it.
Honestly, I'd say give yourself a break and take 2 weeks. It'll give us some time for R&R.
Essentially, and here's the way I kind of ballpark this. Creating scrolls especially is like taking a test. It's about as mentally taxing as taking any major test or exam that you've had. Imagine one of the more difficult ones where you leave it and you're just like, all right, I need a fucking beer. Like that, you have just made a scroll.
All right.
It is not easy. It is just not easy. I've had arguments with this before, and that's the best analogy I can create is using, and that's also why I like crystal balls. They're like the lower level you are, the harder it is to use a crystal ball. It's the same difficulty, but someone who is just a master at their craft, taking an exam for their craft, they're going to do fine. It's about about maybe a couple hours, and they're kind of taxed for the day. Someone who is a neophyte at it, trying to take that exam, will be like, "What the fuck is going on? I don't understand anything." And after about maybe a half hour, they're trashed for a day or three. So, anyway.
Well, also consider what if you're a
Mhm.
master at the craft and have taken the exact test 100 times?
Yes.
Hmm.
Weirdly enough, it is still difficult, and here's why. You are pulling the information out of the ether and forming it into words on a piece of paper. And when someone speaks those words, they are gathering that power and putting it into form. And anyone can do it at that point. So you are taking the time and effort to cast that spell into this scroll. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to imagine that ability.
Yeah. It's a neat trick.
Mhm.
Very useful. All right, so it'll take a week and a
Here
half.
comes the Hog Ranger.
Let's just hope we've got a few days of travel ahead of us.
Like somebody recognizes the melody.
Oh yeah, I had to make a shout out for that because that was awesome, Joel. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, later that day, LJ has an audience with the head sorcerer, and he is shown in. There is wine and cheese and some sweetmeats laid out when LJ arrives.
Are there any of
very
those
good-
erotic sweet rolls?
As a matter of fact, there's a couple of honey buns.
But do they have a bread Jesus?
No, they do not have a bread Jesus. She doesn't want to get in trouble with the church.
But we see the Virgin Mary in them.
I was so taken by her sweet buns and her rolls that I forgot to even ask her name.
He comes in and wiping his hands with a reddish cloth and says, I am absolutely at your disposal. I'm so glad that you guys are back in town. Are you going to be staying? Like, what's next in line? You guys just did, if I remember correctly, Lev came back recently. He just he said something about a giant island and ships and stuff. I didn't catch everything. I didn't understand everything that was going on.
It was a sordid affair. there were probably 4 or 5 factions, and we were the ones who came out on top. And now we are, you know, we got some sort of artifact, some chair thing that's going to help us fly this ship out into the ether. But I'm not sure exactly how it works. But
Zag.
Yes.
Message.
Yes.
Sorry.
but we're just in town right now to gear up for probably our longest trip for a good long while. And hopefully this will be the final one where we finally do away with this the latest existential threat to the existence of the material plane.
That would be kind of nice. He's like, yeah, I remember hearing about the spell plague starting up, so that seemed pretty horrible.
I imagine it would have been, but luckily it seemed we were able to put a stop to it.
Okay.
So you need not worry about that, at least for the next 100 years or so, till some other terrible thing presumably happens that we have to go fix. But I actually came to request your assistance.
He's like, okay. I mean, I'm fairly dedicated to this city and the tower, but anything
Yeah,
else I can,
of course.
any other way that I can help you?
We are looking to fill out the last of the crew for the ship, and we were thinking about trying to hire a couple of evokers to have to supplement the pretty sparse weaponry on the ship. I understand that you generally have a contract for these kinds of things that you need to stick to pretty rigidly, but we're in a very unique situation, and we can't guarantee the time frame we're working at. And when your contracts are usually dealt in weeks and then months can get into the millions and millions of
Right.
gold, it just becomes unrealistic.
If we keep the number small, say 2.
Yeah.
Okay. The city owes you enough, the world owes you enough, I can work with you. We can absolutely make this happen.
I am over the moon to hear it. And soon we will literally be.
I don't know whether or not I like the sound of that, but I'm going to go with it.
It'll be an adventure
okay.
to remember.
All right, then I know exactly the people to send with you.
Fantastic. Yeah, if anything, we've been paying people to let us save the world. We're doing this backwards.
Yes, we are.
You really are. Also, you're horrible about looting. I'm like, I keep having guys with like large amounts of treasure come and fight you, and then you're like, okay, he's dead, quick, we leave. Okay, cool. Wait, what?
Well, Victor, you keep throwing even bigger bad guys in our face, and we're like, oh, I don't want to fight that guy. Gotta get out of here.
Okay. All right.
We're still walking away from the winning lotto numbers, are we, Vic?
We need to hire
We-
somebody to
we never
manage this
change.
party.
We never change.
So we're really bad at this.
Where's Suzanne been? I mean, she's at least
Oh, she's in Scotland.
Yeah.
really.
Actually,
how
no.
long?
I think some friends of hers from Scotland are coming to visit her, so she's not here for this
Okay, I
week
got
or
that
next
backwards
week.
She
then.
guys get off for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, she has guests from Scotland. They're all having haggis and scotch together.
And chasing the sheep. Gotcha.
Deep
More
fried
zippers. There were
vegetarian
zippers, I
nuts.
see.
The only way.
Okay.
Well, anyway, naturally, because of the nature of our missions and the very unique dangers that they pose, any sorcerers or wizards that come along with us would need to be fairly capable on their own. We can offer protection, of course, and we would be willing to pay handsomely for the risks, but risks they remain, and unique they are.
Here we are doing all these insane things. But we have skills to show for it. And it's an adventure.
You're talking, but you're muted, Victor.
Sorry, he says like I'm gonna set the contract up as if it's an adventuring excursion, which includes the danger part of this, and so that'll work. And I'm gonna throw in. We're gonna call it a multi-dimension clause, and basically say that they are expected to go to some other place outside of time and space, and that's why the contract will be set up as it is. So that way it'll
Okay.
create the ability to do what we're trying to do without drawing unnecessary conversations from other people. To what's going on.
Fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, of course there needs to be a process, but when I was speaking with the secretary down there, I think he didn't have the authority to make these kinds of calls.
Don't forget the throw you into the mouth of Cthulhu clause.
That's definitely not in there usually. Message for you, Caroline and Zag.
Okay. Brandon, I'm going to be hitting you up for some money for the potions.
All right. Just tell me how much you need.
You got it.
I can kick out about $5,000 just for general supplies for 6 months.
Can do.
Hey, I'll take that. I'm making potions, a lot of them.
Both of you need 5?
Yeah.
Well, actually, the potions, Caroline, should have a fairly clear cost on those.
All right. Well, I haven't had time to calculate it yet.
Okay.
Besides, she needs a druidic slush fund.
Okay,
A slush fund is a good idea.
Druidic slush fund. I like it. Okay.
All right, then I'll subtract 10,000, and Caroline, you can keep whatever you don't use.
Thank you.
Yeah, the $5,000 for supplies is going to cover more than enough. Plus, it'll also stock up about $2,000 for purchases as we go along.
Fantastic. Though I'd argue that purchases as we go along is why we have the collective party inventory. But rock on.
If you are uncomfortable with it, I will only ask for what I need at this moment, but I have another couple of spells I'm probably going to make, so.
No, take it. It's my main concern is like our troves of stuff and money get so spread out across like all of us that we wind up not knowing how much we have and what we're capable of buying. But like a few grand, not so big a deal.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, with the $5,000, it's a combination of supplies and amenities, things like soap, and towels, just general, specific stuff you don't even think of directly, but are really kind of important.
Like the hotel setup with the body wash, gel, conditioner, shampoo, and little tiny bars of soap.
All right, here's an extra 200. Make sure you get the 2-ply.
No shit.
Yes.
Instead of that
Oh my
80
God,
quid
yes.
Amen to
paper,
that.
Yeah, no John Wayne toilet paper. It's rough and tough and doesn't take shit off anybody.
Okay.
All right. The Gnomish Tinker is back from the curio shop. He's ready to go, and You guys have all your other stuff.
We have to get a cart to bring everything out to a space. It's included.
Hamish has one.
You've got
Hamish has a wagon.
you actually, you're going to need more than just one wagon. The Hamish's wagon, your wagon is not entirely full, but it's like maybe a third of full, maybe half full. That many supplies, you're going to need another wagon.
Right.
Going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah, in that case,
Definitely.
we'll rent one.
So we're gonna bring it back.
Actually, if I could just buy one, we'll take it with us.
What,
Big ship. It
What
could
about
come in handy.
what about selling Hamish's wagon and getting one really big wagon that can fit everything?
Hamish says no to selling the wagon.
Yeah, that's no.
Okay.
So
If
you're
there's
not selling
if there's
anything else?
if there's a attachment to that particular wagon, that's fine.
No, that wagon is fully rigged.
Oh, with explosives?
No, with things.
Okay, so you've built a hidden compartment for all your porn. All right.
Totally. And it has Wi-Fi.
No. Does it have a range extender? We're going into space.
He already bought the roving package.
All right, and we do have a tinkerer and artificer for any of our other further
Yes,
signal stealing needs.
The Tinkerer is back from actually he's Mr. Bodini's curio shop, so he's super happy with his treasures. Yeah, you basically let him know where you guys are. I don't think you let him know exactly where you're off to yet, but he's
You didn't need to know that.
yeah, he's appropriate. He feels he's appropriately ready for whatever
Yeah,
comes his
we'll fill him in on the journey there.
Mhm.
Because it's gonna take a week of traveling. We can let him know when we're in the middle of nowhere, and he's like, I can't really go back now.
All right. With all that information, you guys are ready to head out?
Yep.
Looks like.
Okay. You guys are no problem. You guys are aboard the ship. You take the time to load everything onto the Arcadia, which is your new name for this creation. And the it it takes a lot of actually there's no way when you get the wagons to the mountain, you'll have to fly the ship down
Yeah,
and
yeah.
load them up onto the wagon, unload the wagons onto the ship.
That was the plan.
That's a
That
tree,
part goes,
Brandon.
Let's land on the
yeah,
Duke's
that part
Palace.
goes fairly. Say again.
Let's land on the Duke's Palace.
Well,
That the loading the wagons part goes pretty well. The hold of the ship, so and just to be clear, you're looking at a hold that is each of these squares is about 5 feet, so that is a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 25 times 2 plus 5 is 55 foot wide by easily 75-foot hold. That's just one level. It has some more space up here. So the hold itself is very large. And because it has essentially room for what are supposed to be prisoners, you can actually put the horses in the hold as well. And then this big flat space is the passage between the main hold and the underhold kind of areas. The cargo doors. So that whole section right there is you can go back and forth with that, and then that is this right here is a hatch to let you go up to the main deck, and then some stairs that go up to the Citadel deck. And the Citadel is where you have the front and back sections retract. That's this right here. And from there, you're able to fire the ballista and the catapult. Yes, they are now space horses. Sporces, as they're called. So with that, you guys are able to load up and head to the stars. Once you guys get to the ship itself, the people who came with you are visibly daunted. They're like, "Oh, we're going in that?" One of them has actually heard tales of the Neogi and knows what it is, and that's one of the clerics, and he's just freaked the fuck out. But he's like, "I trust you, Blas. I trust you, Keurig. We're gonna go with this anyway." But damn.
Yeah. By the way, I brought along with us three of my fold.
All right,
Sweet.
so you guys are able to get up and into Spasibo.
Message for you, Froderick.
You've got mail.
Okay, let me make sure I have this turned on. Frick-a-frack. It's a frick-frack, I think.
I don't see one from you, Rita.
Oh, it's 9:21. Okay, well, weird.
There you go. Okay, I got it. Thank you. All right.
Okay, good.
I saw space horses. Horses in space. Pigs in space.
Mm-hmm.
I like that Muppets aspect. Oh, Beaker. And the Swedish chef.
Hold on 1 second.
Lord knows we don't need to burn anything else down for good luck. Based on what we've burned down so far, we should have amazing luck.
Okay, good. Yes. Okay. Cool. You guys have gone into wild space once more. You are currently cruising around. You just got up into the, what's the word? Not atmosphere. Did you lose anyone? No. Freaked out? Yes. Freaked out enough to run away? No.
That's good.
Just as a quick, so does the ship, do we rise in altitude and enter wild space, or will we phase in?
Rises in altitude.
Okay.
How did I miss that page? Okay, maybe it exists somewhere and I didn't see it.
Well, this calls for a stickers bar.
All right. The Death Spider leaves the ground slowly but surely under the, and who is piloting, by the way? That's actually an important thing I need to know.
Somebody's already done it.
I'm
Let's
happy.
take a turn at it.
I'm happy to.
Yeah, Lev is working on scrolls for the next 3 days?
3 days, yes.
Y'all better tell him the side effects.
I'll climb in.
He already
I'll-
knows.
Email
I'll
for a bit.
ask. I'll ask if I can climb in.
It lets you.
Right. And we're going towards something rock or something.
You're trying to find the Rock of Brawl. You don't know where it is yet.
Rock at Gibraltar?
Rock of Brawl.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
It's second store on the right, straight on till morning.
Until morning.
Amen to that one.
That's currently your guide. You've never been to space before, so you're just wandering around, seeing what it actually looks like out there. The problem with there's a weird effect where when you sit in the seat of wisdom, you create a space. It creates a space where you can visualize the entire universe
Right.
and yourself into it. But the idea of trying to say, I want to go to this place doesn't exist because you don't know where any other place is but where you are. So, and also, and I want to reinforce this, and this is going to be very clear in a moment. The act of sitting in the ship's helm, or if the ship's helm were like a crystal ball, which previously it was. When you connect into the ship in order to fly it, the person who is flying the ship becomes part of the ship, and the ship becomes part of them. So their ability to communicate with the rest of the party around them is minimal. However, their ability to feel the ship and the space around them is maximal. So they literally are feeling the ship as it flies along.
Right.
If someone were to attack the ship, you would be buffeted about, and you would feel as if you were being wounded, but you wouldn't actually get the wound on yourself.
The ship is essentially what would be called a haptic suit, what they call that.
Yeah.
The
That's a good way.
Spelljammer is watching you masturbate.
Yes, it is. Okay, Blas, you're out. You guys are just stretching your legs with this. You're basically going around just over the moon. You can see the giant ball that is the sun of Oerth down far to the south, and you hear something. Blas, give me a listen check, please.
Oh, God. Okay. A listen check, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What's that? I don't think I have that particular skill. Is that based on some?
It is a skill that's on your sheet. It is. I don't know what yours is offhand, but it is a character skill.
All right, let me look. Let me look. I'll do the roll anyway. I don't have it listed, so.
Well, your intelligence modifier, I think, kicks in for that for the bonus. I think.
You've got
Almost
+1 racial bonus to listen checks as well.
17.
So 17, we'll
Wait,
take it.
yeah, 17.
This is what you hear.
Silence.
Can you hear that?
No.
Can we play it again?
Nope, still can't hear. I hear something playing, but I can't hear it.
Damn. I set it up so it's supposed to be doing audio enhanced, so you can actually hear stuff when I play it on my computer.
Hmm.
Apparently that's not working.
And that
Try it
sucks.
one more
'cause I-
time, Vic. I'll pump up the volume on my Bluetooth.
Pump up the volume. Pump up the volume.
I
pump
have
up the
my volume all the way up. I'm not
Dings,
hearing it.
doom, 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 doom.
Let me know.
Jams.
Yeah, Victor's in my ear and I can't hear it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're good. I'm gonna just type it in.
I've been trying to contact you about your draft ship's warranty.
Phone control to Major Tom.
Oh, fun.
That's what you hear, and it repeats again and again.
Oh.
Give me
Hmm.
Blas. Give me a sense motive check.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 20, and then you add it's 24.
Okay, you can tell it's a gnomish voice. It does sound in genuine distress. And it's
You said gnomish?
gnomish, yeah. Sorry, it's not no. It doesn't sound no. It sounds orcish. It sounds orcish. It's not an orc, but it sounds orcish. They weren't speaking orcish. They were speaking common, but it sounds orcish.
I imagine I'm going to have a hard time communicating this with everybody else around me.
So we get to play Mad Libs with the communication now. Fill in with an adjective, a noun. Payday. We've been struck by an Oscar Mayer wiener truck.
It's charades.
So when I'm driving, Carrick will always be by my side.
Right.
And I lean over to him and I try to communicate what it is that I'm hearing and that we're going towards the signal.
That's press signal. Orcish.
Okay. The trick is going to be to try to go towards the signal. Give me a basically an intelligence check or a search roll. Probably search.
Okay.
To try and figure out what direction or coordinates the call is coming from.
I rolled a 16. I don't think I have search. And if it's based on intelligence, we're in trouble. Let's see.
What's your intelligence bonus?
-1.
Oh, no.
That's funny.
But he gets +2 wisdom. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah, +4.
Sharp as a bowling ball.
+4 wisdom. But I'm wise, I'm not smart.
Blas, I say, Blas, you must be standing in a hole every time I pitch one. It goes over your head.
I keep a throwing them, you keep a missing them.
You actually get a +1 bonus on listen, search, and spot checks. So it's a straight up 17.
Okay.
I have your character sheet.
Zach,
I'm
did
trying
you
to figure out
change
why you don't see
races
this.
or something? Or what? Did you reincarnate into something?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Oh.
did, didn't he?
Oh, I have a
Yeah.
+4. I have a +4 spot with the robe.
Oh yeah. It doesn't actually work as well like that, and that's only spot and search. But we'll call it. We'll call it good. And either way.
Oh wait, I do have a spot find. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. Don't need that right now. Okay, good. Good. All right. So you figure you do see to the up and to the far right from where you're sitting, hard to starboard. There's a group of asteroids, and he did mention something about a belt.
Mm-hmm.
And that basically gets you to the concept of they could be in the asteroids itself. So you're going to start heading that direction?
Absolutely. We don't have any way to track this signal, right? I mean,
Correct.
Okay.
Now that you've heard it once, you can clearly hear it. It's repeating itself. About once every 2 minutes, it repeats itself. Actually, it does, doesn't it? Okay.
Have we tried saying anything back?
No, and you don't have Blas doesn't have a way to send to other entities, other ships in the area. You haven't figured that out yet. If I remember correctly, when you guys are sailing around, normally Dog and Blodgett sit in the front sections of the ship and watch things fly by. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Is anyone going to be on the Citadel deck?
Is that the top deck, Victor?
Yeah.
That would be Froderick then.
And maybe Marvin. Maybe put Marvin up there too.
What are those rooms on the Citadel deck?
Frida, you want to join me on the Citadel deck?
Join me on the Citadel
Absolutely
deck.
love to, but I think I'm still spellcasting.
Okay.
You're still
Creating
making
potions.
potions, making potions.
Yeah, Frida and Lev are in the lab.
Yeah.
To see what's on the slab.
God.
The
Frida,
two.
Sorry, Froderick, Garlos, Blodgett, and Dog. Give me a spot check, please.
The two evokers would probably be on the Citadel deck as well. But maybe like in those rooms off to the side.
Fly casual. Gotta remember that line.
Fly casual.
Can I be on the outside of the ship riding one of the horses, and I'm just like riding around the ship, just kind of patrolling it?
You literally can be, actually, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Because we have our own oxygen, right? That should work.
Yes. The ship creates its own oxygen and gravitational field as it's flying along. So yes, you could.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
All right,
Blah,
give me a
she gave
spot
a
check as
total
well,
Jane
please.
vibe.
Bash.
Okay. I'm using an
Lord.
online dice roller.
Welcome back, Joel.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Thanks.
Caroline, can you roll for Blodgett, please?
You betcha. Sorry, didn't hear you.
No problem.
I got a plus 22 ranks in spot.
Ben, can you give me a spot check as well, please, for Bash, since he's
Ooh,
riding around on his ship?
Very nice.
19.
I rolled a 19, and I don't know what my spot. I have to look it up. Give me a second. I wandered off.
I think with a 19, Blodgett might give you a run for your money, Joel.
Plus 13, so that's 22? No, 32.
32.
What is it? Oh, the search. Blodgett's search is the high one, right?
Yeah, her search. Yeah, her search is pretty good.
Okay. Between Blodgett and Froderick, the two of you spot a swarm of something that looked like jellyfish. Flying ahead of the ship and in a way that looks like it's going to cross the paths of your ship itself. You guys should just keep flying along.
Or someone can tell me.
Of action, Mr. Sulu.
Yeah.
Well, he should be able
Dog.
to see this.
No, he can't.
We can't.
He can only feel the ship, and he sees the ship, and he can tell the ship where to go. He can't see outside the ship. He can only feel.
So they're
Yeah,
gonna have to
Dog and Blodgett would certainly call it out from the helm. Dog can they can talk, they can speak
I
common.
know, it's just funny.
Both of them
Who let the
can.
dogs out?
Froderick says hard to starboard.
Froderick goes down the ramp and to the bridge and says, "Hard to starboard."
Yeah.
When the dogs tell me what's going on, I
Yeah, Lassie.
will,
Little Billy's
Actually,
going down the well.
Victor, if
I will
Frederick
attempt.
just says it on the Citadel deck and Blas has, total sensory input from the ship, would he be able to hear him from the Citadel deck?
That's a good
It would be
question.
tricky because he basically has to try and filter out one person's voice from amongst the other 20 people on the ship.
What if he yells?
Well,
That,
nonetheless,
I mean, that would be more towards a success, but it would be tricky still.
What if he says Blas's name first to activate him and then gives him the command?
Right? Say Blas. Gives
We
him the
need a
command.
safe word. We need a safe
Or
word.
Blas maybe needs a code name or a safe word. Yeah.
Let's try this one because I don't think anyone's ever thought of it first. Call him something weird like computer. Computer. How long is it till we get to the next ship? All right. So you go down and let Blas know that the astral jellyfish are coming in a way that's going to impact the ship. So he's able to move out of the way. And it wouldn't technically affect anyone except Bash and the horse. Probably kill the horse. So good move on moving out of the way.
does it fly past us or is it intercepting us?
It's a bunch of jellyfish. It is a bunch of astral jellyfish. They're just in a swarm going their own way.
Okay.
Just like as if you were underwater. So you're just moving your ship out of the way of the jellyfish so you don't hit them.
Right.
Does Bash get an epic moment where the ship comes close to the jellyfish and Bash can see them?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you and the horse are looking up and you see these jellyfish flying past.
Bash, your life is good right now.
I mean, yeah, you get a figure for Bash. This is pretty awesome. This is better than talking to the mushrooms.
All right.
I keep remembering the mushrooms in Seventh Kingdom. That just makes me laugh even harder.
Oh, true. You guys are approaching the asteroids themselves, and at this point, what you see is it's an asteroid belt orbiting a small moon, and so you're going to have to guide the ship through a bunch of floating rocks.
Actually, try flying just above the belt, and you can look down into it. We can check that way.
They're in the belt itself. It's not going to be possible to avoid being inside the belt.
Oh, well, crap.
Try to match the ship speed with the.
That's a smart move, Ben. Good job.
Okay.
Yep, we do.
Okay.
So I'm matching the ship speed with the speed of the jellyfish?
No, the belt, I would say, if it's
Yeah.
rotating.
Yeah,
Is
asteroids,
it
yeah.
rotating, Vic? That way there's a less differential of speed between the asteroids and the ship. And
Correct. That's what his next roll is. Ben. Sorry. The other Ben.
Oh, okay.
Blas. Give me
Echo.
Give me a dex check, please, Ben. Bash. Fuck. Zach, give me a dexterity check, please. D20 plus your dexterity bonus.
Okay. Hold on a second.
It's late for me as well, and I have to be up until 3 in the morning, so fuck everyone.
Whoa, you're doing awesome. Don't worry about it. 17 total.
Yeah, at work we have this class and I had to take a class for whatever reasons, and I signed up for it, and it was like 9:30 to 1:30, 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. is the class. And then this week I was like, let me go and make sure that the class is going to fit with the rest of my schedule for this week, because I had some stuff during the day that I didn't want to miss. And the class is 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. India Standard Time,
Oh shit.
also known as 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Texas time, or 2
Oh,
a.m. Texas
damn.
time, 2 or 3
I
a.m.
hope you're taking a day off.
Yeah, I'm taking off of work the rest of this week, but I'm going to be in this class every night.
Oh, damn.
So
That's gonna suck.
yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, she feels good.
Knickers barks.
So, Zach, did you give me that roll, please?
Did it was hold on. It was a 17, I think.
Oh, good.
17.
That's what you needed. All right, you are able to guide your ship through the floating rocks. It does shake pretty heavily because it's basically you're trying not to be crashed into by these rocks, but nobody takes any bludgeoning damage from being smashed about. And now to find the ship. The 4 people who gave me a roll last time, please give me another, basically a spot check, another spot check. Garlos and Frida.
I did not do as well this time.
Yeah.
Basically, I end up with a 20.
Okay. Thank you, Brandon, and then also Froderick. Thank you. So 2 19s and a 20. And Frederick is literally and figuratively taking a piss. All right. Fortunately, that is enough. 3 19s is enough successes to find it. The travel was difficult, and but you do arrive without too much trouble. And so you see below you.
Oh God.
The beetle ship. Technically, I guess I should let
It's
you know.
got John, George, Paul, and Ringo in it. Oh, look, the whole bloody band's there.
I feel like at this point, LJ would probably go down to the lab and get Lev and Frida's attention. Hey, something's going down. We have contact.
We have contact. Things are going on.
All right.
And so, yeah, you guys can basically take a break from. It'll take you an extra day to catch back up, but you can take a break from your scroll writing and brewing in order to.
Just
see
a
what's
minute. I
happening.
gotta put everything on simmer.
Essentially, yes. Observed from outside, the ship looks like a big dung beetle. Its surface is made of an iridescent blue metal, which partly reflects its own surroundings. It seems to have crashed, quote unquote, head first against a gigantic asteroid. So
Very Amon Ra.
it is a blue beetle. It is not the blue beetle, as far as you can tell. I mean, you haven't boarded the ship yet, so it could be the blue beetle. But
Okay. Is our ship about the same size, or bigger, or smaller?
Your ship is much bigger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this ship is.
I asked the
10,
Spelljammer.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This ship would almost fit inside your hold.
Oh my lord.
Isn't that cute?
Salvage.
Even with all the stuff that we have.
No, not with all the stuff you have. I mean, the stuff you have almost fills up your hold, but this ship would almost fit inside your hold.
Got it.
So we put our stuff in that ship, the ship in the hold, in our ship.
He said almost.
I know. I'm messing around.
All right, so we're gonna
But
stick the
we can
beetle
just leave the
into the
trunk of
spider.
our ship open and let it hang out.
Oh
Right,
my
so we put
God,
some rope.
Joel.
So we stick the beetle in the spider, and then we put the wasp in the beetle. This will work, trust me.
It's a turducken of spaceships.
Yes.
Okay,
All right,
All we
so
have to do is hook enough cables to it, and we have sailing rigs, so we can do that. And we can tow that fucker. But first, we have to clear it. So
Yeah.
okay.
it has to be treated as a hostile situation.
Is there,
Who wants to be on the boarding crew?
Wait,
is this,
I think we should be a little less hostile because they're probably seeing this and thinking that we're a slaver ship and we're about to kick their ass. And maybe if we just show up and be nice, we can find out what's going on.
Yeah.
We can try that at first.
What I'm
Just to be
thinking,
nice.
is since we don't have a way to communicate with the other ship just yet, we send a couple of people down there. We like hover above the ship and have a couple of people jump off of ours onto theirs.
That is kind of hostile, guys. How about we try hailing the ship?
Well, that or we could
With what?
do an illusion to look like the slavers and basically tell them to surrender.
I have
No,
an
There's
idea.
got to be a way to communicate ship to ship.
There
Go
is.
we don't have one of those.
How about the alien translator that Froderick has?
Oh, perfect. Thank God.
We would need to have like something for the alien translator to actually hear.
Right. The problem is you guys do not have the capability of broadcasting to another ship yet. You do not understand how they were able to broadcast to you. And whatever magic or technology they used to do that, you don't have it. So you don't have the ability to broadcast to other people yet.
Zach can't think.
That's why I'm kind of
Basically,
thinking.
does Marvin have this? Does Marvin understand this technology?
He might. We should talk
he
with him
could,
about
but
that
he'll
when
probably
we have time.
cause the crew to commit suicide. But which we could take.
Let's try talking to Marvin. I think that's a sensible solution.
Well, if the thing is an extension of your body, if the brow ship, I mean, can't you just try talking while you're in the helm there?
Marvin tells you.
I think the problem is we just don't know what the buttons do yet.
Right. Marvin tells you that the method after Blas describes how he got communication from them. Marvin tells you that there's a difference between broadcasting to everyone around you and one-on-one communication.
Okay.
And this ship isn't built for one-on-one communication.
That's why I'm kind of thinking we send just a couple of people to drop down onto their ship, because if they have a spelljammer that's as aware of their ship as we are ours, then our presence will be immediately known. If we don't have weapons out, then we can have a non-hostile intent and declare ourselves here to aid.
Can I? Do I have do I have the space to land this thing?
Do we really want to land?
You're bigger than the other ship, so you can't quite land on it.
Right.
You could land on, and landing on the asteroid would complicate things and not necessarily in a beneficial way. You do have the ability to hover the ship next to this other ship, so people could literally walk out of one and to the other. Basically, you'd have to make a dex check to make sure that they didn't fall too much. But once they jumped from this ship to the other ship, the gravity well would switch over and you'd be fine.
Who would have to make a dexterity check?
People,
you would make
the
a
boarding
dexterity
team.
check to keep the two ships next to each other.
Okay. LJ's willing to be part of the away team.
Carlos can go.
All right, so who's on the away team? LJ and Garlos?
Oh,
LJ and Garlos.
Carlos changed back yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are you currently, Carlos?
Bash can go.
Hail, finally.
You
I don't
what?
look intimidating.
He's a man again.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna smash stuff, Bash?
I hope not.
I hope not too.
I
Okay.
prefer just holding my action.
Yes, you do.
While we prepare, Lev is going to cast Mage Armor on all three of us, and LJ will do his usual array of strength buffs.
Okay,
Will
so
provide basically Overwatch.
Yeah.
Sniper, just in case. I'm not
Nice.
going to actually aim at anything in particular, but I'm going to watch you guys to see if anything comes out that's possible.
okay, so if I understand you correctly, Joel, Frederick is going to be like just above the, like on the. And I don't know. Again, I don't understand you correctly. So tell me what Frederick's going to do.
Okay, are we hovering at the same level or above their
Same level.
the other?
Same
Huh?
level.
Okay, same level. So he would aim across laterally when they go to board, right?
He's providing cover.
Okay,
ground
yeah.
cover.
So he would be like in the Citadel deck then.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Where I've got
Okay.
some hard cover myself, just in case.
And maybe don't aim, but be ready to.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Agreed.
Set phasers to stun.
Heavy's done.
All right. Well, that's not what I. No, go away. I don't want to do it with you today. All right. You do see the back of the ship seems to have some type of loading bay. It's definitely a visible and easy to spot method to get inside. There's a large door. Currently looks to be locked, so someone will have to open it or bash it open. Your choice.
By the way, are we going to use any communication using our familiars or animal companions?
Nah, that
Lev
sounds too easy.
could definitely send Dog. So Dog will come with us, and is there like room? Is there like a ledge that we can stand on at their loading bay so we can like knock on the door? Hello, we're here to help.
I love it. Knock, knock.
Not a ledge.
Hello.
There's not a ledge per se, but once you get next to the ship, you're in its gravity well, so you're basically able to stand on the bare lip, like maybe a 1 foot wide lip next to the back door, and you're next to the bottom of the gravity plane, so you're not going to fall any further down, and you can knock on the loading bay at that point there. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Then let's do that.
Hey, Shark.
All right. So currently, Bash, LJ, Garlos, and Dog are standing on the ledge next to the back door. Who's knocking, by the way?
LJ.
There's no answer.
Okay.
That's not going to cast some sort of detect energy or magic or whatever.
Well, I mean, flying ship in space in D&D, I'm willing to bet there's going to be some returns on detect magic. Dog can only do it once a day.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll have LJ declare our intent to help and, distress call, we're coming in.
Okay.
You're not. Here I come.
And I'll try and open the door by force.
AAA membership card? With AAA Plus, I can tell you 100 parsecs.
All right. If you're going to try to force the door open, I mean, you it is easy to. It is visible to see the lock. So
Oh, okay. Can I just like break the lock?
yeah. Well, a person
the
standing
table
next to
first.
you who's playing a lute right now has a pick locks. Do you not?
Blodgett probably would have lent you the pick locks.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah,
My
give it a
skill
try.
level sucks ass.
It'll be good practice.
All right. Um, you are able to. Yeah, it does not. It's a fairly standard kind of a gnomish lock. Yeah, you're able to open it up.
I mean, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but it's a fairly standard pain in the ass. You know,
Carlos is staggered. He actually picked a lock.
Carlos has seen this exact type of lock before, many years ago when he was trying to get into the pants of a gnomish priestess. So
He wasn't very concerned or certain as to which it was.
As I got to head out, I've been assured there will be no surprises that will require my attendance. So,
All right.
good night.
all right, get some rest, man.
Good night, mate.
All right.
You'll probably do a couple of rooms or what have you before we
Cool.
end up.
Yeah, we'll establish the mystery and leave it on cliffhanger.
Yeah.
We're
Welcome
playing
back.
Traveler. This is called the Antic Nova.
Right.
The Antic Nova? Is that where you have a bunch of weird antics and
Traveler?
then everything goes Nova?
That was Traveler Adventure, wasn't it, John?
Yeah. It's where you find a derelict spaceship. Although it's really interesting because it's a very non-traveler ship. It actually has solar sails.
All right. You're in the cargo area. This part itself is the loading bay, and I used the wrong technology to cover it up. So we're gonna fix that. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right. You're in the loading area, the loading bay. You guys came in through the hatch to the south. There's a 10-foot wide corridor, two 10-foot wide doors on either side, and then another loading hatch on the opposite end of the corridor. What are you guys gonna do?
I want to make a listen check.
All right.
Pretty good. $35.
You can
Okay.
hear gnats breathing.
The loading bay is a long 10-foot wide corridor with doors opening to the cargo holds on both sides. There's a variety of leather straps attached to the walls, as well as a complex system of ropes and pulleys. On the other side of the room, a trap allows moving further down the ship, crossing the gravity plane. In this area that you're in right now, you hear some movement, or some noise. Sounds like movement in the past the door to your right.
All right. LJ will take the lead and go up and knock on the door.
Where? It's James Cameron.
No answer.
Sleeping.
Don't look directly into the egg.
All right. I'll try and open the door.
All right. What's your armor class?
Let me see. With mage armor, yeah, I figured some shit like this was gonna happen.
Yep.
33.
33. Perfunctory rolls. But no hits to speak of.
It's evil flapjacks.
You see 2 large evil flapjacks.
I closed the door.
Initiative.
It's not breakfast yet.
Did you bring any twat waffles?
Are they actually flapjacks?
Bash, LJ, and Garlos. Initiative, please.
You guys attack an IHOP? What the hell?
Place even looks like a waffle iron.
For the tutti frutti, fresh and fruity breakfast.
You're
Oh my
fighting
god, that
Waffle
sounds
Man.
so good.
Ben, you're on mute if you're talking.
$20.
20. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. You see in front of you, this room contains many cages, some of which are broken, while others contain mutilated and partially eaten specimens of exotic creatures. The air reeks of blood and excrement, and strange animal noises fill the air. A carrion crawler, actually 2 carrion crawlers, have gotten loose in this room, and one has attacked LJ 8 times and missed 8 times because he is only a carrion crawler after all. LJ, no. Carlos, your move. All right.
What's he doing?
Firing a couple of arrows.
Cool.
What do we got? 1 hits, roll damage. Okay. So the scene. LJ slides the cargo door to the side and leaps back and then to the left and then to the right and then back to the left again as a series of tentacles whip out at him. Initially frightened, he realizes it is only a carrion crawler. Garlos's arrow swings by his head and sticks into the side of the creature, making it squeal a little bit. But it is now LJ's move. Your attack, sir.
I'm gonna shut the door.
Okay. Give me another. No, actually, your dexterity is high enough. You'll be able to. The creature rears back when Garlos hits it with his bow, and you're able to shut the door and close it.
Okay. Do they appear to be able to try and open the door from that side? I'll like hold the door shut for a couple of seconds and feel for resistance.
No, it doesn't appear that they've figured out exactly how the door works yet.
All right. Mission accomplished.
Okay.
Yep.
Bash is going to take a free action to be like, "Yep, let's go."
Yeah. Next room. Let's check the other one out.
No, like let's just leave. This is dumb. These guys are obviously some traders of whatever kind of weird creatures, and it went poorly. Let's leave.
Sounds like we've got more crew on board here. We just need to convince them that they're part of our crew.
Yes.
Honestly,
Leave
if
the
If we can salvage a ship and sell it, it's worth a shitload of money. And if it has another spelljammer on it, are you kidding? That's gold right there.
Yeah.
You guys and the money. We never make money off any of this. This is why we are bad adventurers.
Hey, we might actually this time. We could have a chance here. I mean,
That-
hell,
that-
I was
that-
short.
that's in the third movie of every series. This could be the heist that works.
It's not about look, it's not about the taking, it's about the having.
Oh my god. He's not wrong though.
It's not even taking.
You guys are gonna kill me.
We're getting a free roll of dice here. It's like we get this thing in our hands. It's like we can't just walk away.
We could totally walk away.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we could, but we'd regret it. We'd be like hating ourselves for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I'll
Maybe
be
we go
wondering
to the
what was
next-
on that little beetle ship that Victor spent so much time working on. All right, LJ will go to the other door and open
You
it,
guys
check it
really
out.
would regret it if you missed this one. All right. You go to the other door, slide it open. This room is full of crates and barrels, most of which didn't survive the crash. Splinters of broken wood litter the floor, mixed with food rations and general supplies. Everything is soaked in water, and an unusual amount of grains makes it all smell like cheap beer.
Shame. All right. Let's
Actually, let's holler back for some crew to clear out anything that's actually survivable.
let's clear the ship first before we bring our crew on.
Yeah, you're right.
And if we're gonna bring our crew on, maybe we should kill the carrion crawlers on our way out. But
do-
if there are
I
still
say we-
people on board.
Yeah, I say we see if there's some way to ventilate actually punch. No, we can't punch them out of the thing. There's an airlocks around there.
Yeah, gravity doesn't work like that here.
Yeah. This is not Traveler.
We could light them on fire though.
Yeah.
There is
Let's
that.
let's go up to the next deck.
Onwards and upwards.
Right now we're looking for survivors or the thing that killed everybody.
Don't get anywhere near any eggs.
As I was saying.
Wise words.
No, actually, the thing to do would probably be find the patrol, the bridge, and try to get a record of what happened.
That is the
If-
thing to do. The bridge being
And
the
or
thing in
talk to
front of the ship
survivors.
that you can't get into.
Captain's
Um,
logs.
All right, so you
one thing,
go
Carlos,
to the
one thing Carlos is going to do is go back out since we've cleared this level and holler at Froderick. Overwatch is done. Come on in and join the fun.
All right. Roderick carefully makes his way down to to join the others.
I will come as well because I absolutely have the feeling it would be a good idea.
That it would. We need a healer here. Somebody with some
know.
common sense.
Yeah, there's a part of me that's like, I'm not done cooking. Okay, fine. Woo!
there's another hatch towards the front that goes down and crosses the gravity plane. Um, so you guys want to go down there and see what's happening in that one?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Okay, you pass into room number 5. It's a living area of some type. A massive wooden table stands at the center of this room, surrounded by 8 comfortable chairs. A succulent plant with thick leaves decorates a corner of the room, while rows of books stand on a heavy wooden shelf. A passageway leads towards the front of the ship, and large wooden doors with strange orcish inscriptions leads to the back.
How thick is the dust on the table?
It is not thick. The table looks like as if it was used recently,
Okay.
within the last, well, hours probably, not days.
Is there food on the table?
No, but there is food on the floor.
What are the books on the bookshelf about?
Yeah, I'd be going to investigate those almost immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
that's
more
an important set of
birds.
things right there.
My nerdling self would definitely be like, "Ooh, what you reading?"
Well, if nothing else, the books are ours.
Yeah,
Judy
I've
Blume.
played Skyrim enough. Books are treasure.
always and forever.
God, are you there? It's me, Margaret.
The books are several books on different types of plants, fungi, and then others are different types of cargo, um, manifests, and logs and ship ways to keep a ship and general support like that. Some of them appear to be. I guess the real problem is only a few of the books are in common. Most of them are in a language that is not Orcish, not common, but it's not one that you've seen before. But those few titles that you can pick out there that are in common are mostly the ones about plants.
How good is Marvin at being a protocol droid? Reading different languages, I wonder.
It depends on how much you want to insult someone.
He's got a brain the size of a planet. He knows every fucking thing. You
This
just
looks
have
like
to
a
get him
golden
to
opportunity.
come out.
Well, if nothing else, we will definitely take those books as long as they're free to take.
Let's find the fate of the crew first before we go looting their shit.
Oh, absolutely. I was just saying if.
Okay, so we've got Frida now and Froderick. Okay, Garlos, LJ, Bash, Frida, and Froderick, give me a listen check, please.
Got it.
Okay. Coming up.
I think Blodgett would have come with us too. I didn't think to say that.
I don't think Blodgett should come.
Okay.
At this number, we're probably at capacity before we start tripping over each other in hallways.
That's
That
fair.
is exactly true.
I got a 21, but I'm also about to get off here. So you guys
Got
have
a-
a good night.
I got a 33.
I got a 30.
Okay.
Joel, it's good to have you back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
Most definitely.
LJ, Froderick, and Frida are able to detect some noise on the other side of this south door over here. It sounds like moans or faint noises.
Now I do have let me see here. Handle animal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that is something that will come in extremely handy.
Okay, I thought you said anal animal. Instead of handle.
Either
I was
way,
like, what?
tomato, tomato.
Animal husbandry.
So these
No.
these moans, do they sound like the ones I heard in the erotic bakery, or are they moans of pain?
More like pain.
LJ is going to go and open the door.
Okay.
Frederick covers.
Carlos will also cover.
Frida will get a healing potion ready.
If it's somebody that we can help, I can burn spells on it. Let's save our
That sounds good.
potions.
It is a laboratory. The laboratory is in shambles. Tables and shelves have fallen down. There's broken glass everywhere, and a thick layer of dust floats in the air. That's a layer of dust doesn't float in the air. Dust floats in the air. It is obscuring the room, regardless of the intensity of the light illuminating the room itself.
That's a lot of dust.
You can hear more clearly the sound of two creatures moaning in pain.
LJ's going to go towards the sounds and call out to them. Are you all right?
Okay.
Carlos will follow.
What are Froderick and Frida and Bash going to do? Or Froderick and Frida going to do?
I will start heading that way, but I'm definitely letting all the heavy hitters go ahead of me.
Rita,
Okay.
do you have any kind of a wind or air movement spell?
Self?
Yeah.
No, I don't have an air movement. Let me see.
I'm going to ask that Bash watch our 6.
Okay.
I
Garrus.
definitely not.
And Dog is going to do that as well.
Could Garrus do this with? He's got the water control ring, right? If you increase the humidity in the room, you can get the dust to drop out.
We actually
the-
gave the water control ring to the ship that
Yeah.
helped get us this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We wanted
Okay.
them to be able to get home, and they had some hard seas ahead of them.
This is what you see lying on the ground. This is not exactly what you see lying on the ground, but this is what you see lying on the ground. These are two basically pig humanoid creatures.
In there, buddy.
They basically are the two that are lying on the ground are in lab coats.
Nice one, Garrus.
They are currently moaning in pain.
We'll tend to their wounds.
Yeah, I'll go up and cast a Cure Light Wounds on each of them.
Okay. Frida, you said are you going in as well, Frida? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, Frida, Garlos, and LJ, please give me a fortitude save.
Oh, bloody hell, I knew it.
What, just because I asked if you were going into the room multiple times? The room with all the dust in the air, the dust in the air that you're breathing, the breathing dust that you're breathing right now?
You bastard.
I mean, I'm maybe a bastard, but I'm a bastard who gave you a lot of hints.
33.
Sorry, my mom came in the room. Can you repeat what I need to do?
Yes,
Fortitude
first you have to
check.
get HVAC certified. But no, give me a fortitude save, please.
All right. 29.
29. All right.
I'm gonna get back out of that room.
I was gonna say, why don't you grab them and while holding your breath and drag them out? Oops.
Well, shit, looks like a fight.
It is a fight. The two, what's the term again? The two Krofa on the ground see you and get up and start biting at you. And at the sides of the room, what looked to be two purple wilted flowers suddenly stand up straight and start attacking you.
Ah,
You're
Initiative.
cutting out. What did you say?
I'm hungry, Seymour.
Oh,
Okay, it's a plant.
is
Can
it
I go
painful?
ahead and have an effect on the plant?
You can check that out on your initiative. Good night. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, please.
Right.
So I suppose they would not have given me the time to cast 2 spells.
Correct.
Okay.
You did get
Hooray.
off 1 Cure Light Wounds,
All right.
but that's about the time that they attacked you.
Those bastards.
Bloody ingrates.
Well, maybe they just don't understand yet. Maybe just try to communicate, retreat and communicate
Yeah.
first.
Death
My
is something
initiative-
everybody understands.
Can I get an initiative from Froderick, please?
Yeah, I was working on that there, Vic. Sorry.
Okay. Wanted to make sure you knew.
Yeah, I kind of had a, let's see here.
Yeah, his dexterity bonus has an E in it, so he's got to do some hard math.
As an E or exponent.
Yes.
Epic.
Froderick
That
rolled
was
a
pretty
negative
cute.
5, so he got an 18. Okay. LJ, you're first. So and actually LJ, give me a spot check. LJ specifically.
All right.
Frederick was a little bit slow because of the dust and not being able to see clearly what's going on.
I can see that.
29.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
All right. You can see that their eyes are glowing a strange purple. Your move first, LJ.
LJ will say they're under an effect of some kind. Don't kill them. And I'm going to cast darkness and tell everybody to back out of the room.
Okay. So darkness covers a 5-foot area,
No shot.
5-foot radius. So
I could have sworn it was like 10.
10-foot diameter, 5-foot radius.
No, this spell causes an object to radiate shadowy illumination out for a 20-foot radius.
Oh, 20 foot. Okay. Okay. You've cast darkness and you're trying to move back 5 feet.
Yep.
Or you can try to do a full move and they'll just get attack of opportunity.
No, I'll be the I'll be the last one out. The darkness should give enough cover for against the attacks of opportunity, but I'll still be the last one out.
Okay. And
Oh.
then,
Would this be
next
counting
up
as a
is
poison?
Frida. Next up is Frida. Say again.
Would this count as a poison?
The dust.
Probably
say.
yes. Yeah, probably yes.
And druids get a special bonus against that.
We do. Okay,
Yeah.
well, right now I am going to try using my handle animal skills since, well, they're being affected. It's insulting, maybe a little, but they're not themselves at the moment.
You're gonna give them a Snickers bar.
Hey, hangry is a real calamity.
You're
Okay,
not
well, the
you when
thing
you're
next
hungry.
to you, Caroline, the thing next to Frida is a giant plant.
Well, I can do something about plants too.
not a person. So I'm just trying to clarify that the big things next to you are giant purple plants that are gathering up their fronds in a menacing manner.
All right. What do I need to do? What do I need to do to go ahead and affect the plants? Because I know I can.
Don't know how you're trying to affect the plant. You can affect it with your sword. You can affect it by talking to speak with plants. You can affect it by doing a hold plant. You can affect it by handle plant.
Spraying
Spring?
Roundup on it.
What did you
I
say,
mean, I
Frederick?
need some parameters here.
I think I'm
I
going
got
to go
spring.
with. I think I'm going to go with talk with it.
Okay. You can't speak with plants.
Yes.
All right.
Hey,
What are you
stop
gonna say to the
that
plant?
plant.
I couldn't hear what you said.
What do you say to the plant?
I tell them to go to sleep. It's cold time. Big storm coming.
Okay. Speak with plants does not command plants.
Ah,
So I'm trying to clarify what you're trying to do so I can help understand what you're
no,
doing.
I know. I'm just frustrated.
Speak with plants allows you to comprehend and communicate with plants, both normal and plant creatures. You can ask questions, receive answers. The plant's sense of surroundings is as it was normally. Like this is the spell you used when you were speaking with the plants in the
Hi.
Luminous
Okay.
area. It doesn't make them any more friendly or cooperative. It doesn't make them do anything unusual. A plant is still a plant. If it was friendly towards you beforehand, it'll be friendly towards you then. If it was trying to kill you a moment ago, it will try to kill you still.
I'm definitely going to back away, but I'm going to be talking to it as a hi. What is it that you need? I'm sure we can go ahead and work this out without having to, cause more problems.
I'm sure we could work something out. That'd be
You
mutually
look
beneficial.
delicious.
All right, so you're just going to do a 5-foot move back or a full move?
I'm going to do full move. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, that's what I
All
put
right,
the
You know
darts
what their
for.
reach is.
So it will get an attack of opportunity.
You are concealed in the darkness, though.
All right, well, that's something.
Yes. What's your armor class, Frida? 24?
Let me check.
I showed it as 24 with the concealment. It's going to miss you. Next up is Froderick.
God.
Okay, so
You heard LJ shout, and then he cast a darkness.
all right. In this case, Froderick is gonna back up 5 feet and to the north and hold action.
All right.
Give them
They
wisdom.
go next. LJ, the 2 Krofa attack you. One of them fails to see you correctly and falls down. The other one is unable to actually get anywhere near a purchase on you.
Darkness.
The giant fungus misses you, and Garlos. Giant fungus misses you as well.
Yeah.
All right, Garlos, your move.
Just get out of there. We can try and kite the pig folks out.
All right, do a full move back. Okay, attack of opportunity. Gets a. What's your armor class? 31? No. Yeah?
You also have mage armor, John.
Okay, so 33 plus the darkness. All right, misses you. All right. LJ, you're going to go up next. What do you do?
Full move back out of the darkness.
All right. The two Krofa miss you, as does the plant.
Frida, are you able to cast Restoration or Cure Poison?
Yes.
All right, then I will try and restrain one, and maybe Bash can come up and restrain the other.
You just moved out of the room. You can't
Yeah,
move out of the room and restrain them at the same time.
well, when they come out towards us, we want to get them out of the room with the poison.
Yes. Okay. So he moved out. Frida, are you holding action or attacking? He sounded like he wanted you to hold action. What are you doing?
I'm holding action based on what he suggested.
All right. And Froderick?
Let's see.
So
Let me
Brandon,
look at something.
so LJ asked everybody to wait and then restrain the porcine when they come out. What are you doing currently? Basically, he just backed out of the room after getting attacked by them. Brandon, go ahead and say what you said a second ago.
I called out to the party that they're under the effects of some kind of magic, and not to kill them, because this is the crew that we're here to help. So my plan is when they come out to chase us and try and get us, two of us restrain them so that Frida can cast Remove Poison.
Yep.
Okay,
Save the pigs, kill the plants.
Okay, I think then what, based on that, Froderick will transition to the Warhammer and use subdual damage necessary.
Actually, go ahead with the arrows, and if the plants come out, hose those fuckers down.
Oh, okay, all right. I'll stick with a bow then.
Yeah, because they're going to need it.
Action.
We've got more than a few coming.
All right. So you're holding. Then the next thing that happens is out of the mist and darkness come two Kofra scientists, their hands held high forward, as they mutter something about grains.
Grains?
Instead of brains.
Oh my lord.
Well, they're plant
They're beer
zombies, so they're not
zombies.
going to go for brains. They're going to go for grains.
Grains.
It's plant zombies.
That's on the cargo deck, guys.
All right.
Just on this way.
Okay, so the plant zombies come out after LJ. LJ does not have a held action. He's used his action. Garlos, Froderick, Frida, and Bash have held actions. What are you guys going to do?
Neutralize poison.
Fire at the plants if they come out.
Okay. And John? John, no, specifically, Frida is only able to cast neutralize poison on one person at a time. LJ cannot do anything because he already made his move. So you have the opportunity to hold the other one who's coming out. Okay, do a grapple check, please. Thank you. And Frida, you move forward and cast a neutralize poison.
Yes.
You're essentially going to have to do it contested, but give me a touch attack, please. Basically, a regular attack, all you're trying to do is hit their touch armor class, so it's ridiculously easy. Just don't roll like a 2.
I rolled a 7, so we're good.
Yeah, no, actually a 7 will hit. 7 will hit touch armor class pretty easily for these guys. All right, the one on the left, like freaks out for a second, shakes his head, and is like, "Oh my god, what just happened?" The one on the right, Garlos, you're doing a grapple check. You've got a 12. He got a 6 plus 6 is 12. So you guys are grappling each other.
They're dancing.
He will get a bite attack on you
Doing the zombie shuffle.
though. He got a total of 12 on his bite attack, so he doesn't get through your armor. All right, so Garlos and one of the Kofa are on the ground rolling around, having fun. It's the end of the town. The other one has just come to his senses. And yeah, after they come out, one of the fungus comes out forward and was going to go towards and try to grab him some Garlos.
Look out, Froderick.
Frederick fires.
Fiery Froderick firing. Roll to hit.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try a single volley then, a 4.
That sounds legit.
Yeah, okay. I go overboard just yet. Just kind of easing back into this. Yeah, 49.
That hits. Roll damage, please.
Okay, damage is deal. He does the oh, I know. I'd be probably actually it'd be 38 plus. That doesn't okay. That doesn't make sense. Sorry, I'm using a online dice roller, so
That's okay. What does
It
make
gives
sense
me-
in this world?
okay. So let's see. Okay, I figured this out. Okay, that would be 69 points of damage.
More than enough. The plant dies.
Okay.
Or to be specific, plant falls apart.
Yeah.
Okay, that plant fell apart. Top of the round, next round, LJ.
LJ will
Defoliated it. Mm-hmm.
I'll draw my swords and hold my action to cut down the next plant that comes out.
Okay.
Sensible.
Frida.
I'm going to go ahead and cast again. See how I roll.
Okay.
Might want to get on the ground and do it because they're grappling the ground. You don't want me to hit you.
It'll be a quick threesome. Go ahead and make it to touch attack to hit roll, Frida.
5.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled.
Carlos, give
I'm
me a grapple
sorry.
check. No. It's just funny. Carlos, give me a grapple check.
Yeah, it's kind of slap and tickle, basically.
Essentially,
Not bad.
whether or not you hit him depends on whether or not Carlos has control over him or not.
Okay, that may get interesting.
Three
I'm probably
stooges.
trying to be too nice about it.
Okay, an 18 to an 8, Carlos, you're able to keep him pinned down while Frida Eiffel Towers him, and the two of you succeed in. Sorry, did I say something weird?
A little.
The two of you are able to pin him down so he's cured.
Take your medicine.
He takes a moment, freaks out, and is like, "Oh my god, wait, what just happened?" While behind him, dun dun, the third. I mean, legit, Carlos. The second foliage of doom lurches out of the.
Oh, please.
The second foliage of doom lurches out of the room. LJ, you can make your attack now.
Let's see here. Can you tell me the armor class of the creature, or do we want to go through the usual?
It's a whopping 13.
Okay, I didn't roll any ones, so I hit every
All
time.
right, so you hit it.
Make the crunchy noises.
It slices, it dices, it even makes julienne fries, whatever the fuck those are.
It's the saddest of Veggie Tales.
That was very rough. All right. I know you're just rolling dice, but in the end, the answer is you definitely kill it. 15 hit points does not survive a bajillion.
Yeah,
sword
that's
fights.
going down.
It was very close. I only did 167 damage.
All right, so it's dead. Okay. Okay, that's funny. Sorry, that just nothing. The two scientists are healed. They freak out. They introduce themselves as Tephasis and Velona, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you. What happened?" They're completely clue free as to what's going on.
We're still investigating what happened. We're not sure. We came
No,
in.
no. You tell them we were in the midst of negotiating them selling ship to us.
Wait, I missed that. What was that?
I said we tell them that we were in the middle of negotiating them selling their ship to us, and then these things.
No, LJ is a good character. He wouldn't do that.
I know. I'm just fucking.
It is funny though. Lev would do it. But no, LJ says that we were answering the distress call, and the only thing that we've seen are the carrion crawlers downstairs, and then this room where you were affected by some kind of poison, presumably from those plants. We still need to investigate the bridge, and I feel like we should do it quickly. So stay behind us.
And they're like,
Ask them
"What distress
who are
call?"
the
They're freaked out that there was a distress call. They're keep asking questions because they're scientists, but also because it's 10:48. I've got to get ready for my 11 o'clock call for work.
Oh my God, we went a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, we did. All right, I'll tell these nerds to can it for a minute. We need to get to the bridge.
All right, we will get to the bridge next session.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Good night. Good night. Parting is
Good night,
such-
folks.
Good night.
Good night, folks.
Good to see you again, Joel.
Yep.
Is this the first
Hmm.
time that we have come to a situation and not immediately killed whatever's here?
It really is. I'm kind of thrown off about how to proceed with this game at this point. I'm like, I don't understand anything that's happening.
Well, it stopped being D&D. It became Traveler.
We become
Show
slightly
up
more
after
sensible in
months
our
of
islands.
absence, and you guys suddenly go on good behavior. That's weird. I don't know.
Right?
May have done nothing to
It's
do
all
with it,
it's
but
all a ploy to get you back in the swing of things.
yeah.
Throw you in the deep end all at once, but it's good to have you
these
back.
guys, this party is not making morally questionable decisions.
It's because we left
Just wait, I'm sure we'll
Maybe
get there.
I can hang with them.
we left Lev on the other ship.
That does make a difference. And Bash is over there too, and so is Gaz. There you go. That's why.
No, Bash is with you. He's just like now he's down to riding a horse around the outside of the ship. It's weird.
Well, no, I mean they're over there. They're not on this situation. That's what
In
I
the meantime, half the parties had sex changes and become a lot wiser.
A greater
Sarah
understanding was reached.
Yep.
I love that thing Brandon was going on about. He's a cis human who's now a dryad.
Yeah, I love the dryad. It's all like, I'm going to become a druid. Oh, are you?
Only for drug deals.
Yeah.
Just dipping the toes in.
Yeah. Oh God, it's good to see everybody.
Yeah. It's good to be back.
All right. Good night, you guys.
All right, guys.
Good night.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Okay,
Yes.
take care, folks.
Good night.
You joining us next week, Joel?
That's the plan.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You bet.
All right. See you next week.
Okay. Talk to you soon, Ben. Take care.
Will do. Save meeting.